All right, y'all. So we're just gonna wait and see if I get some peoples over here. Just gonna wait this out. I did not watch SmackDown today. I couldn't watch SmackDown today. So let's see. Oh, Gary Owens' wife filed for divorce.
Mm.
I wonder why.
That's right.
It's messed up.
Only for a long ass time.
Yeah. Anywhoosies, hope everybody had a good day today. I'm just waiting to see if y'all coming in. All right, y'all. It's only a little bit of people in here. I ain't gonna stay live for too much longer. Oh, there we go. Hello, Kenny. Hello, Joey. Hello, Hiram. Hello, Jaleesa. SmackDown was and Don. Hello, Donnie. So I usually get the cliff notes about what happened on SmackDown because I didn't get to watch it today. Hello, Jay. So y'all can tell me what happened on SmackDown. If you watched it, you can come in and tell me, or you can put it in the comments and I'll post it up there. Hey, SmackDown was an 82.9. Oh, that is a very specific number for for SmackDown. It's very specific. Hello, Brandy. You took your comment away? Did I get? Oh, I didn't. I got more comments. Okay. Hello, Brandy. Jaleesa says SmackDown was somewhat okay. It was somewhat okay. Mm, I can understand that. I highly encourage breaks, especially like if you're not feeling WrestleMania this year. Like I think you should take a full on break from the show itself. Like just take a long break. Just give yourself a nice break. That way when you come back in, you can just sit and, enjoy what you're seeing. SmackDown was all right. Sasha left Bianca during her match. Oh, I'm not surprised by that. Sasha retained. Obviously, she was gonna do that. SmackDown was an all right show. Like I said, I'll cash up someone $1 if they lose those tag titles. I don't know if they're gonna lose the tag titles, but hi Aaron, how are you? Nakamura and Rollins have a match on Sunday. Really? That's it's weird. Why wouldn't they give it to Cesaro? I don't understand that. I think it was a pretty good show. Oh, okay, that's cool. I like the SmackDown Women's Championship match between Nia and them. Okay. Um, Tiff, you should have watched. I had some work that I had to do, so I couldn't watch. I run my business from home, and there are certain things that I have to do that no one else will do for me. If I made enough money, I could hire someone to do all of that, and I could just sit up and watch wrestling all day, which would be fucking awesome. But I can't. I had to bake some cakes today and decorate them, and I also had to get some stuff situated with my retail business. So I was not able to take the liberty to watch wrestling today. Also, I'm editing our podcast, which, by the way, just make sure I do my shameless plug for the week. Our podcast is going to be up. We're going to finish up talking about AEW Revolution. We're going to talk about Jim Cornette's comments on Kip Sabian, Penelope Ford, and Miro. And we talk about a bunch of other stuff on the podcast. So make sure you listen. It's going to be out tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. Mighty Mouse said he can make Daniel tap. Okay, Father Earth. Oh, you said Roman, make Roman tap. She called him Father Earth. I can't. Not Father Earth. That took me out. Bianca and Shayna got beat up. Natty and Mama Tamina by Natty and Mama Tamina. Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, if I don't understand how that, I mean, why didn't they come out there when Nia was out there? They could have attacked. Girl, I don't know. Whatever works for you, baby.
Hey y'all.
I'm good. How about you? I'm okay. I
I'm
don't think
okay.
Cesaro was there. I'm trying to understand why Shinsuke was chosen for the match over Cesaro, seeing
Yeah,
as
I don't
how
know
the
either.
feud is between Cesaro and Rollins. That's why I was confused though.
I thought that Shinsuke had a Intercontinental Championship opportunity.
That would make more sense to me. But then too, with Apollo and Big E having their feud, that I understand. But it doesn't make sense to put Cesaro in the match. I mean, to not put Cesaro in the match with Rollins when Rollins literally addressed Cesaro tonight. Did he not?
Well, they're probably saving it for WrestleMania,
Oh hell no!
which I wouldn't be mad about. Because
But
Cesaro
they
getting
can go run that. You know how they
they
run
could have
shit
ran it
back.
back, yeah, but you know.
You got to do this.
Um, I think Natty and Tamina
I'm trying
had
to tell you
popped
to move
off.
it.
Let's see. Sasha won her match.
Natty and Tamina showed up with them green braids. Was cute. Okay. Oh, Biggie beat up Apollo today.
Yeah.
Yeah, he beat the brakes off of him.
Good.
And Apollo got in the golf cart and skirted off.
Oh wow.
He was gone.
Bitch nigga energy. Mm-mm.
Okay.
Edge is a special enforcer. I kind of figured that much. Biggie was talking like that dude from Scare Straight. Edgeman winning the match was Avi. Well, I mean, I don't know. They could have easily picked Jay Uso and then
They
they
could have,
could
but
have ran
then
it where Jay Uso Edge attacked Jay Uso the night of. They could have made it a little bit more interesting. I heard and saw pictures of Chelsea Green and Santana Garrett backstage.
yeah,
Yes, they
yes,
were backstage. Um, they took pictures and put it on their page. Hopefully, WWE is going to start adding some more women to the SmackDown's roster because they need them.
that's
What's the
fine.
name of the podcast?
I don't care.
It's Down for the Count. We're available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. I think Seth versus Cesaro is at WrestleMania since they doing Seth versus Nakamura at Fastlane. That just seems like a filler. I don't even think that's gonna even end up being a match. I think so.
For
I'm
sure.
Nakamura probably is more of a sacrificial lamb than anything. Apollo's still talking like Black Panther.
Oh, that's disrespectful. Okay.
Well, to be realistic, Apollo is Nigerian. That's not him making fun of something. It's It's his heritage. It's where he comes from. So if he wants to talk in his native dialect, he's well within his right to do so.
I like it better this way.
Who do you think Roman Reigns should drop the title to? Nobody at this point. Only person I would have loved for him to drop the title to is Kevin Owens. I would have loved for him to drop the title to KO.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
if he dropped the Edge, that'd be cool, but I don't see that really being interesting, honestly.
I don't know if they would drop it to Edge. If he
There's no
does,
shade to
it's
Edge.
gonna lead to Edge and Daniel Bryan fighting it out, and he's gonna be looming around the corner wanting his title back. So the Dirty
Yeah,
Dogs
they're
might be
gonna be
losing the
losing the
tag title
title
soon.
soon.
To who?
Either it's really a toss up. There ain't nothing but 4 teams anyway.
Seth was
But
talking about how Cesaro was jealous of him. Okay. They haven't had a good job. They haven't did a good job with Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair storyline for more people to get invested. I don't know
I,
about that.
I think it's going pretty good. Why you saying that? Because they not at each other's throat trying to fucking
They are at each other's throats. They was arguing last week. Bianca came out there this week, and then they ended up that tag team is literally busted to shreds.
Well,
I'd
Bianca
be
came out there to
shocked.
save Sasha because Sasha was getting her ass beat.
Yeah, but I'd be shocked if they go any further than that. I'd be shocked if they continue to be tag team partners and then go into WrestleMania as tag team partners. Absolutely not.
I wouldn't.
They're gonna lose at Fastlane, which is fine. The storyline is okay. It was it was unnecessary to go this route, but it was okay. Apollo and Roman are bitch ass niggas. They always running and sneak a nigga from behind.
Well,
It's
Apollo
part of
ain't
their
sneak nobody
brand.
from behind. Apollo just talking big shit and then ran from a fight.
I don't know about
Yeah, but
Roman.
he need to kick his ass.
Roman will attack you from behind, but I ain't never seen him run from a fight.
He just he just do
He
big
just
shit.
do have bitch nigga tactics. Let's put it that way. I don't want to see Father Earth versus Edge. No offense to Edge. I like their storyline so far. The storyline for Bianca and the storyline for Bianca and Sasha is okay. I'm not upset about how it was booked. I just wish they didn't use the tag team titles to do that. And then they're doing this weird build up for Natalia and Tamina when they could just have Natalia and Tamina competing against Nia Jackson, Shayna Baszler at Fastlane.
Yeah.
They didn't have to involve Sasha and Bianca. They could have just had them competing at Fastlane and left it at that. But I don't know. But I did get a weird DM today. So apparently, I wish Janae would have came here. I could have told her everything, but she didn't come in. She's probably still trying to get home. Anyways, so today I got a DM talking about Paul Heyman and him teasing the return of a former champion. All right.
Mhm.
Now this stuff came up in the part in our my live on Instagram by the same person, and I tend to not really follow a lot of wrestling rumors on Instagram or even from the dirt sheets because there's not a lot of truth to them. So I don't follow them often. But apparently they've been teasing that Brock Lesnar is going to come back and Roman Reigns is going to go back to being a face. And Lesnar is going to get his manager back. And that's where they're going to go with this. The reason why I say I don't believe this is because not because Brock Lesnar is not coming back. He very well could be with vaccines going out and then everybody with the vaccine going out and then the numbers for COVID going down because people are taking the vaccine and wearing their masks, well, at least in certain areas. Um, I very well could see Brock Lesnar coming back. Do I want him to come back? Not necessarily because I don't
Take
like
that
Brock
one.
Lesnar. But My thing
Would
is
that be
this:
before or
having him
after
come back
WrestleMania?
doesn't.
It'd probably be, yeah, probably be during.
Brock Lesnar coming back doesn't change anything about what Roman is doing. So I personally don't think that this is the case. Like, Paul Heyman doesn't have any more pull than anybody else on the roster. And even if this is all true, it's still speculation until I see some the solid definitive proof. I haven't seen any. And the only thing that I saw was somebody posting about it on their social media, which really to me that's not proof. That doesn't tell me anything.
How would you feel if the main team get added to the match at Fastlane? I'd like that better.
They could just had the damn match with Natty and Tamina in the first place. I don't have a problem with it, but
Yeah.
it just seemed like you did all of this. You walked around in a circle for nothing. You could have just walked a straight line. Like, just, I don't want to be that guy. Titus and O'Neil and Hulk Hogan hosted WrestleMania. They don't got nothing else for them to do in their careers. I'll get to them in a minute. I get to them in a minute. That's about as believable as R. Kelly liking women his age. Like, oh my
Oh, Jesus
god,
Christ.
Oh Jesus.
Kitty!
Came in and chose violence today.
Jesus
Very
Christ!
much.
He not going back face.
I don't see Roman just jumping ship back to being a face. And that's the thing. You did all of this build up for Roman to come back the way that he did, only for him to be a heel for approximately, when did this start? At
Probably about a
SummerSlam.
half a year.
SummerSlam.
So it was SummerSlam. SummerSlam was in August or
August,
July.
September. It's August. August,
August.
So
September,
August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March.
March.
7 months, give or take a couple weeks. 7 months is what they let him be a heel for. And he does great heel work all the way up until now. And now because Lesnar's coming back, you're like, yeah, we need to get you back to being a face. You will ruin what he's been able to build. And I don't think he would go for that shit.
Because it's stupid. That don't even make sense.
Yeah.
Technically, he don't need Heyman to be here. Heyman ain't even talking for
Now, if you want to make it so that, Brock Lesnar's a face, you could do that.
I'm not saying because Brock can sometimes work okay as a face because we've seen him do it, but that was like 2002. But still,
He can
he
be
can
a
still do
face,
it.
but Roman needs
Yeah.
to stay a heel. I don't want them to tell Roman Reigns as a babyface. I'm actually starting to like Roman and his new character. Of course you are. The reason why Vince is bringing him back, he don't want Brock Lesnar to go to AEW. Brock Lesnar is not going to AEW. Please stop spreading that bullshit.
him.
He
Y'all love
not
that.
going. They
Right.
got to be able
Brock
to
Lesnar would
pay
never go
him.
there.
Tony Khan ain't even got a fraction. He ain't even got an eighth of the money to pay Brock Lesnar.
Right.
Yeah, I heard the Fiend's supposed to turn to Fastlane too. I mean, hopefully, if they don't, if he don't, then there's no point of them doing this
I
match.
heard the Fiend is supposed to return at Fastlane. Did you hear about that too? No, but I'm giving the storyline between Randy Orton and Alexa Bliss. I wouldn't be surprised. So,
Right.
I mean, they got to do something because she been the only thing going between Randall and the Fiend for the last couple of months. 3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been since
Mm-hmm.
what TLC. So just
TLC, when he
TLC.
got lit on fire, he haven't been
Yeah.
seen.
yeah.
So it's been a minute. I ain't believing no rumor when it comes to WWE wrestling in general until I see it on my screen. I have to agree. Heyman just being a cheerleader without the skirt.
Basically.
Okay, ma'am. I want to see Paul Heyman get his ass beat one time. They gonna have to pay Paul Heyman some coins to get beat up.
Okay.
Y'all getting
Right.
some of these rumors from cereal boxes. I'm not trying to be rude
No,
either.
that's the rumor. It's a rumor that they
It's a
said
real rumor,
that
but
the
it's
Fiend
still
might
a
be a new
rumor.
version of the Fiend, but It's a rumor, but it's not nothing that's been on top line because ain't nobody really been caring about Randy Orton and Alexa Bliss. To be honest, it's cool to see, but ain't nobody really talking about it.
I don't know. As far as Hulk Hogan and this whole and Titus being the host of WrestleMania,
Child,
that was a major mistake on WWE's part. They
that shit's
had
stupid.
they had two viable people to be their host for WrestleMania, and that was Bailey and Billy. Y'all been going at strong with for me with all of the women all the way up until now. And the first thing you think about when you're this is the first show that you're going to have a full on crowd with, and the first person you think of is fucking Hulk Hogan. I don't understand how you could think that way given the current climate that we're in.
Yeah, they don't need Hogan. I think they're just trying to do that because they're trying to get, I guess, older fans back. But I don't think they need older fans for the WWE anymore.
No,
I'd
they
rather
do it
see
to
But I
see
Bailey
who
don't
just
know.
host
mounds up
WrestleMania
Hulk
by
Hogan's
himself.
ass. That's why they doing it. They love catering to Hulk Hogan when he don't do shit. He don't do a damn thing. What is he doing?
Right.
Nothing.
Was Bailey or Billy busy? Like
You know,
laughing my ass off. Like why the fuck why they want to see Titus and Terry. No shade to Titus, but no, and I don't care for that racist steroid. Hogan should have been done with the Silver Dome slip. At this point,
Basically.
really the situation is you have a man. Now I went online to look and see if he did talk to the locker room, and he did talk to the locker room. Um, and he spoke to the guys in the back. But like I told Tirza when she was on here and we had our conversation about it, he did not talk to the majority of the people who gave him the career he has,
okay.
which is his fans. He did not address us. He didn't address anybody that he offended outside of the locker room. So as far as I'm concerned, you still in hot water fucking with me. You ain't addressed it. You haven't taken no sensitivity training. You ain't did shit. And all WWE did was wait until time passed and then
Hmm.
put him back on the network and then gave him his job back.
Cause I ain't forget. As far as
And
I'm
that's you
concerned,
Right.
wrong.
I don't think anybody
I don't
did.
care how you look at it, you wrong. And as far as Titus is concerned, there's nothing about Titus that says WrestleMania. I don't care who you are.
Right.
There's no need for Titus to be at WrestleMania. Well, you need to ask for it and not just bust in my room.
Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Hmm.
if you ask me, Terry ain't apologized to the right people anyway. You apologize to people who was fans of you when they was little boys, and not the people you grew up in the locker room with, that you shared the locker room with.
Right.
That's who need to
She said
apologize
I'm muting the
to.
TV every time he
Everything.
talks. The entire TV. She said,
Yeah, I
"How
fuck
you
around, turn
mute
that
part
shit
of
off.
it? I want to know how you do that." Titus won't give what's supposed to be given.
I won't say that. He black.
Mm, I'll do. I'll say it. No, he won't.
Y'all hate
I
that
don't.
nigga so much.
I don't want to hear Titus talk on the microphone. I barely like.
Titus is
No,
not entertaining.
I like Titus, but I agree he doesn't have much I'm looking for. Now, my thing was if you sometimes you can kind of get away with having a little fun with the host of WrestleMania, like when New Day hosted, and I didn't really care for when Alexa Bliss hosted.
She ain't do nothing but change
She didn't
dresses.
do nothing but just change clothes every time she came
I'm
out
gonna
there
say,
to
I
talk.
think they only had did that because she was injured that year, so she couldn't really like do much at WrestleMania.
Well,
Who
she
gives a
wasn't
So they
fuck?
wrestling;
was just
she was
like, just
hosting. So
It don't matter.
There wasn't nothing else that there
It
wasn't
Yeah,
don't
nothing
I'm
no
pretty sure she got
more.
required of
injured
her
though.
but to
But
be the
yeah,
host. It wasn't fun to watch her be a host, is what I'm saying.
yeah.
I don't know what made
What
him
is
say
Logan? He can go to the nursing home and he can stay there. Trace his ass. Every Titus he can go back to the car dealership and say, I didn't say Titus had to go back to the car dealership. I don't know why y'all hating on Titus. I just didn't think Titus would be.
She said Titus is born. Slow your roll.
Basically.
I
She
didn't
got
say
that
he had to
tattooed
leave
on his face.
WWE. I wasn't trying to attack the man.
Ain't million tickets gonna be too expensive? The cheapest tickets are 200. Well,
Would you think it was
Two
gonna be
hundred.
$20 to go to WrestleMania and nobody's been to a show in over 360 days?
more than that. Almost 400 days. Well, no, it'll be
Okay,
365.
baby.
Say basically.
Be around this
Yeah.
time.
All I know is
You say
Titus better not be Rottweiler barking in the mic. Might fuck around and Terry might say the N word out of being scared.
Let me tell you something, nigger. I mean, brother.
Done.
oh my god.
Ah, that's funny.
Oh my god.
oh my god.
$200
Let
is
me tell
cheap.
you
Well, bitch, what
something.
kind of money you got? That's
Right, buy me a
expensive.
WrestleMania ticket.
Shit.
That's just a ticket. You ain't talking about,
You
travel
talking
expenses,
about nosebleed
hotel.
$200 seats? Hell, motherfucking no. I
Just
ain't-
get Titus away from the ring. We don't need any more
exactly.
hosts for backstage.
He can be a correspondent, but I don't need.
I just,
Point is, I
Yeah, they
thought
can have a
Bailey or
pre-show
Billy would have
on my
gave
card.
you a little bit more. We would have gave you a little bit more to the show. You could be like, I want to see what they gonna do with this. I think Billy would have and Bailey would have just gave you a lot. I'm like, these heifers funny.
Yeah.
Like she
right.
said, I got monopoly monies,
Got
bitch.
a fucking Terry. That's fucking bronze. Balded bitch. Ugh.
All of the superstars are in Tampa, dude. They've been there
right.
this whole time. Not in
Right. I'm
Tampa,
gonna
but
say
they've
they've been
been
in
in
Tampa for a
Florida
damn
this
minute.
whole time.
Bailey
So
said, well, Bailey don't stay in Florida, but it doesn't matter. They gonna be there. Just because they live there don't mean nothing.
they're all
Right.
gonna be at the show though. So
Right.
Bailey would have
Right. I'm gonna say
been
they be with them with the
with that ding dong shit, and Billy would have been throwing off her credentials. That shit funny. I don't care what nobody say.
I don't know what they was trying to do with that.
Uh, I thought today was a pretty good show. It wasn't, inconsistent. It wasn't nothing weird. Wasn't nothing stupid. It was okay. It was pretty good.
It was just
It
typical
was alright.
SmackDown.
Yeah. I don't know what y'all be expecting out of SmackDown. Y'all be
Mm-hmm.
what y'all want. Fast
I
show,
mean,
Shit,
fast
I had
paced
took a
shows
nap. I
every
missed
day.
the whole first hour of SmackDown.
Oh, that's on you. That's why I was high.
No, I didn't hate it. no, I rewatched everything. Or like I rewatched most of the matches, which was like the
Hold on a
tag team
second,
matches
Kenny.
and
I'll
then the
pull it
women's
up
tag
for you.
match.
And I usually fast forward past the tag matches since I don't really care for them. But it was pretty good.
Then I saw her to Seth and Nakamura. Yo, they
That
was
was
So the
really
good.
Fastlane
downplaying.
match card is
They was
as follows. The
downplaying
Universal
the
Championship is going
hell
to be
out of the. Oh
defended.
my bad.
The Universal Championship is going to be defended against Daniel Bryan. Tag team championships with the women are going to be defended. Apollo Crews is going up against Big E. McIntyre is going up against Sheamus. And Orton versus Bliss.
Mm.
Um,
I'm excited for that match.
uh, Shane McMahon versus Strowman.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I thought
Probably gonna end in some
they
bullshit,
canceled
but it
that.
didn't go over to. They didn't cancel it.
Can y'all
That's
hear
the
me?
match. Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And Seth
Okay.
Rollins
Mm.
versus Nakamura.
Yep.
That's a pretty
Yeah.
good match card.
I mean, it's okay.
It's very
It's very
uneventful.
it's
Fast.
calm.
I
Yeah.
mean, the only match I'll be interested is Randy Orton versus Alexa Bliss.
Yes, that's
They
it.
was downplaying the hell out of that Sami Zayn and Corey thing because it was like the most unanticipated match ever.
That
I
was a
was like,
funny as shit.
damn, it was funny as hell.
The most irritating force.
Oh,
Nah, that joke was funny. I was like, oh my god.
I want Randy to RKO that hoe because I'm tired of her. Didn't he already do that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was.
He did it on Monday Night Raw. A
Well,
month
I want
ago.
Randy to do it again.
When he
Yeah,
got
she was fighting
when he got
Asuka
pseudo
for the
burned,
title.
he did it. He
Ooh,
went.
Kenny, go take some melatonin. You so violent.
Said, "Well, I missed it, so he need to do it again." No, you need to be paying attention, woman. You don't
Just
never
go
be
back and
watching
watch
it
it.
and then get mad because you didn't get to see it.
It's literally a 20-second clip.
Yep, it was at the end of the show. She was going up against Oscar,
Oscar.
and she got a
That was after he got burned. He had that glue
Yep,
on his face.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Or first degree burn, as they say.
Ugh.
Mm-mm-mm.
He
So
needs to
y'all think
punch her.
Apollo's gonna take the title off of Big E?
No,
I think he may. I think
I
he
I
might.
don't
mean,
think so.
you do all of this work to build him up, only for him not to get the title. But at the same time, I'm kind of pissed that Big E has to drop his title.
If not Fastlane,
Right.
then at WrestleMania.
Only
Wow.
reason why I don't think they're gonna drop it is because they like you said they've been building Big E so much where it was like why have him drop the title to Apollo? But I mean it would make sense. But
Oh my God! Look, everyone! It's Tirza.
Either way, it's another black man with the title, and we love to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay with that, but I don't like. I don't want to see. I don't want to see Biggie drop his title like that.
Like
Not
what?
not on
Can
his.
everyone hear me?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
Hmm.
I don't want to see him drop it like that.
Like what?
I don't want to see him drop it to Apollo Cruz. That's the only person he's defended the title
I
against.
don't. Okay, I'm not. I'm trying to find the right words without being disrespectful. I Apollo ain't doing it for me. I don't know what it is. I don't know what about it that's not connecting for me. I'm just not with it. And if Biggie loses his title to him, I'm be upset. I'm be upset.
Well, he's a heel, and for me,
It's not
I
even.
don't really care for it. For me,
It's not even that.
but
It's just this because Roman is a heel and Seth is kind of a heel and I love it. So it's not the heel thing. I don't. I just don't know what it is not like that's not connecting for me. And like I want it, but it's just not doing it. I don't know if it's this like turned on accent that he's doing or I don't know. But
he said that he been hiding the accent that he
bullshit. But
not I
I
ain't
can
got nothing to
see
do with
him
that.
switching it on and off, honestly.
But
But I
He
wouldn't
can
say
switch through it.
hiding.
I mean, if he some people have accents and they
and
work hard to hide them, and then
they,
after
they had
some time, it comes out.
and and in Jamaican, so I get that. But if they have Big E lose his title, I'm be upset. I'm be upset.
I'm gonna be upset if he loses too. I don't want to see him drop the title to Apollo just because he decided to embrace his Nigerian roots.
Yeah, I don't want to see him drop
Right.
it at Fastlane.
If the title gets that's gonna lose steam as soon as he touched that title.
And
Yeah, I
Kenny,
mean,
and then like I'm looking at it and like I'm listening to him like cut his promos and he's like, oh my roots and my ancestors and I'm this and blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah,
what they got to do with you?
but your
mm.
but your wife is white.
Uh,
Oh
And I'm like,
not his wife. Uh,
yeah.
you have a white
I'll tell him with that. I'm like, you talking about all this roots shit?
oh.
Your mama, your baby mama ain't white. Your wife is white. You talking about you covered up more than just your
Jesus
roots.
said, "What happened to the roots then? Did you leave them and then?"
I'm I'm just saying.
It sound like you want master in your blood, but hey, that ain't got nothing to do with
He
me.
was no, but like you listen to it and I'm side on him like his wife is white.
White as hell.
And
Sound
white
like the American way to me.
I was like, but you didn't help with the steel.
Did you
Did
take
you?
her to Nigeria with you?
No.
Nah, 'cause she ain't come back with her hair braided.
And beads on the
Oh
tip.
my god. Oh
No.
wow. Not the
She
hair
had his babies
braided.
though.
I'm
Oh God.
I'm just saying.
Woman said he never tapped out to no. I had to Google that with the quickness. He no, he never tapped out, but a
He's
couple
never
people put him to
tapped out
sleep,
to anybody. He might have passed out.
but he
He
never
ain't never
tapped
Right.
out.
tapped to nobody. Never.
Yeah, but I did my mental research because I didn't watch. I was like, I'm like, no, he never tapped
No,
out.
he has never
He
done
been
that.
put to
No,
sleep.
he
Never
ain't.
take out.
He ain't
He been
tapping
knocked
out.
the
Even
fuck
if
out.
Daniel Bryan get him in whatever lock he got, the
No.
man ain't
Right.
gonna tap. You gonna have to kill him. I be telling you all the time. You don't be listening. You don't
Not,
have to kill him. It's the only way.
no, no, ma'am.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Now the other match is Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus, and they said that match to be
Oh
a no
yeah.
holds barred match.
Mm.
At least that's what's being reported.
Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus at Fastlane.
Correct.
Oh,
A no holds bar.
okay.
No holds barred.
Child, what's the stipulation? What is Sheamus gonna win to get in the
They say
match?
that the match could end in a no contest, which is forces Sheamus and McIntyre's match on the first night of Mania, with the winner getting Lashley on night two. But they said it's just a working theory. Any other
That's the
scenario
dumbest shit
involves Drew McIntyre getting his hand raised.
Thank God.
I'd rather
Oh,
see
That's
Drew
the
McIntyre's
dumbest
hand
shit I've ever
raised.
heard. That's too much. That's way too much.
Sheamus ain't it. I said they already said Drew McIntyre is fighting at WrestleMania anyway.
yeah, but they changed a lot of things. Literally the
Yeah.
night of.
Or
We'd
the
be
night
sitting there
before.
and they'd be done added somebody to the match and they never even had a chance at the belt.
Or the day of.
We done made a whole new match.
Hmm.
You'd be like, where the fuck this match come from?
Exactly.
I want Daniel to lose on Sunday.
Mm,
Why?
He's
I
good,
have to
but
disagree. He gonna lose, but I have to disagree.
Disagree with what?
I want Daniel to win.
he ain't winning
Me
shit.
Ugh.
too. I
Oh,
want
Ugh.
Daniel to win. I say Daniel
No,
Bryan
thank
talking about
you.
winning.
And I
I'd
like
rather
Dan.
deal with Roman's
oh,
ass for the next
Jesus.
2 months than to
Here's
listen
a
to
put your
Daniel
gun
Bryan.
down. Put your gun down. Put your gun
I'm
down.
confused because you
So
always say you
done.
tired of faces that use the same scenario over and over again, and Daniel Bryan's rhetoric is really no different from the others.
This is the first time he said it's not him saying like, "Oh, I'm about to get what I'm deserved." He was talking about Edge. Don't nobody really want to see you on your come up for real. Like, what are you doing? Roman, you're not even really, wrestling for real. You just doing it because your family doing it. And you ain't doing it with your heart. Get
Wait,
the
wait,
fuck
wait,
out of here. You
wait.
doing big
But
shit.
all the faces talk
Um,
like that.
right.
We do.
But he ain't never really said, I'm doing it because I deserve, this.
Yes, he has.
No, he has. Well, he
He
has doing his yes
did.
His
movement.
yes
Hmm.
He
movement the whole
did
time.
But he not saying I deserve the championship. He said I deserve to be here.
because he don't have to say that.
Well, I don't understand
Right.
who told him he didn't deserve to be there. Where'd that come from?
Exactly. Who was saying that? We been said he earned his way there. But I won't be listening to that man talk half the time. I don't know why you question me.
I'm confused.
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
Who told him he ain't deserve to be there?
I don't know.
Okay, so he made that up in his head.
Because when he said it, I was like, "What you talking about, bro? I don't. I think you very much earned your way. Like if Miz can get congratulated backstage, you can get congratulated backstage. So I'm not understanding what you're talking about. But
Okay,
okay,
baby. That's even worse than repeating the same rhetoric. You just made up something that don't even apply to you. That sound like Alzheimer's. That don't sound like no. Oh Lord have mercy, child. Hmm. Okay, baby. Y'all just run the whole scenario. You don't give nobody a chance to watch the show and at least.
I
I
seen
won't.
something the other day that said someone wasn't happy about being on night one. Oh, they said it was Roman Reigns, not Roman Reigns. They said it was Drew McIntyre that he wasn't happy with being on night one or not in the main event.
Well, first of all, like as much as I love Drew,
He been
if
closing
his
out shows
match
all
with Bobby
2020.
Lashley is on the second night, ain't nobody gonna watch it.
Okay,
That's
you been
not true.
closing out shows all 2020, bro.
Yeah,
Shut up.
Tears, because the majority,
That's true at all.
it is.
No, it's not.
Okay,
That's not. That's not. That's not true at all.
okay.
What?
At
That Drew
all.
not happy about closing?
Drew McIntyre would not is not if he's closing out WrestleMania for the second night. It's not going to draw the same number of eyes as if he were to close out the first night. It just won't.
It was.
And that's not because I don't like Drew, because you know I love Drew. I don't have an issue with it. But you're going to go by the consensus, and the majority of people, they don't want to see Drew McIntyre on the card at all. And I'm just like, if you put McIntyre on the last show with Bobby Lashley, it is not going to draw anything where it should be, as if you were to switch the nights. More than likely, Drew McIntyre and Lashley are going to be on the first show. Roman and Edge are going to be on the last. It would be foolish to put them the other way because Edge and Roman both draw more than Drew does. That's just facts. That's not even trying to be funny. That's just period.
I thought they said the both of the Royal Rumble winners were going to main event.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I thought Bianca and Sasha was gonna main event night one, and then Bobby
When I
or
say main
Edge
event,
and
I don't mean like
Braun.
I
Close the
don't
show.
mean like yeah, I don't mean that. It's a main event to me because it's a title shot. Somebody's title is in jeopardy. So at the top of the hour, a title is going to be defended. every time. So
I
I'm
mean,
not
anybody
talking
can just
about
check
like
to see
Bianca
stuff.
Belair is gonna have to play second fiddle to Roman or to Drew McIntyre. That's not what I mean. And I don't mean it as if, well, I know, but they're gonna have both male matches close out the show because I know that that's not true. So I don't mean main event in that way.
Okay. I would like to see who was Shamus. Shamus. The Drew McIntyre. I don't think Drew McIntyre needs to be in the title picture right now. It's just my opinion. Yeah, I don't know why they moved it to WrestleMania. The hell. And they
Daniel,
said that management didn't want him to have another shot. When? Years ago?
mm,
I mean, if they did, I wouldn't blame him. Wasn't nobody paying attention when he was a champion last time?
I mean, he ain't wrong.
I
I wasn't paying
Talking about
attention.
used biodegradable recycle, boy, shut your ass up. Go home and eat your belt. How about that?
give the second night to Edge and whoever he going against.
Not whoever he
I
going
mean,
against. They just added Riddle versus Ali's. Oh yeah, I forgot that was a match too.
they're
Riddle
gonna put
versus
Riddle
Ali.
versus Ali at Fastlane. He
I
just
believe so.
lost Monday.
I don't know how he lost. Did he lose fair and square?
As far as I remember,
I didn't watch. I don't
it
know.
was on a roll up.
Yeah, he did
Wait,
lose. No, he
But
pinned him with
they
the
did give him
Barbarian.
Yo,
another
one
shot.
Retribution member got
one of them
involved, and that's
interfered.
why I lose.
One of them interfered
Yeah,
in that match. I
yeah,
don't know
because
which one it
Ali
was.
had
I
rolled.
think it was
It
It
was
was T Bar.
T-Bar.
fucking T-Bar.
T Bar.
Yeah.
Not Dijakovic. Oh, such a disappointment.
He's hateful as hell.
The way I would have did, they should have came out with their names, and each time they messed up, they name change. I'm like, you stripped,
What?
stripped. Like he come out with his name, like this is Donovan Dijakovic, Dio Madden, Mia Yim, and no, anybody call you?
I actually
No.
like Ali a lot. I just wish he um
When?
I don't know. I just wish this was a better fit for him. It just isn't. And I
He
thought it would
started
work,
off strong.
but they didn't even give them the opportunity to work.
I don't think he was lying when he do his raw talk segments. I pretty believe that somebody backstage is saying like, "Oh, you don't really fit the demographic that we're looking for to actually put you in the forefront." Because why
I
the
can believe
hell
that.
are we looking at Riddle as
Hmm.
United States champion? What is he doing? What has he done? He been fighting Bobby what forever since like what December? No, he
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
I'd rather have
been fighting Bobby since he got on TV.
I'd rather have Keith Lee as the United States champion.
Well, he's injured, so
I'm gonna say, like, how he get injured? Like, it feels like it's just sort of happened at the blue.
he got injured the night before they were supposed to do Royal. Actually, it was after the COVID stuff. He came back and he got injured when he came back, which was, I believe, that Monday that he came back, he got injured and he hadn't been wrestling since. He was gone for Royal Rumble. He's been injured this whole time. If he wasn't injured, he for damn sure would be there. 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In Ali's defense, what he's saying is fair. You know what I mean? Like when he goes to Raw Talk and he actually talks about how they shouldn't have had Legends Night only to parade around the legends and do a little stint with the 24/7 championship, and then for them to set up this Goldberg shit with Drew. What he said was pure facts. They should have went. It should be building new talent and focusing on the talent they have. I mean, if you're
He
able to
said
build
K-Bone is
talent,
out. Man.
you're able to build talent, then at least at the bare minimum, you should try. and they're not trying.
at all.
Mhm.
Retribution sounds terrible, even on paper. Don't know why they let him do it. It doesn't
It's not
sound.
terrible on
When they
paper,
started off,
actually.
everybody was like, "Oh my god, what's going on?" You cannot lie to. No, you can't say it. When not a single soul was like, "Oh, I'm tired of Retribution mess." Everybody was trying to see what the fuck was going on.
I was trying to see who was in part of that.
What?
Exactly.
Oh, you talking about when the fiend went up, when they tried to attack the fiend and he took them all out? I mean,
That has nothing to do with it. That wasn't the
Mhm.
fall off.
There's nothing
The
to do
fall
with
off
it.
was losing to a fucking hurt business and
ouch.
Lucha House Party every goddamn week.
I'm not. I don't even know if I'm gonna watch Fastlane or not.
I'm gonna
I
watch
haven't
it
decided
because
because
I'm just
it's
waiting for
just.
WrestleMania.
Mm, I don't even know if I'm gonna watch it. It's just it's not interesting to me
Mm.
unless something weird happens. I'm probably just gonna take that night off. Just be chilling because I can't. Other than that, since I didn't watch SmackDown. There ain't really much else to talk about unless y'all got something y'all want to talk about.
I said what I need to say.
Just to be saying. No, I don't understand. I don't just don't unsubscribe again. Don't want to cut it back on every train.
Well, I subscribe to the Peacock Network, so
Yeah, I switched my stuff over.
I'll watch it
Okay.
just to see what WWE looks like on Peacock.
It's pretty nice.
Probably the
Only thing
same.
I don't like that I
Eh,
can't pick spots.
I should be able to
I'm not trying
decide
to sit
which
there and
matches I
watch.
want to watch. I don't like
Right.
that
I'm,
I have
I'm not
to
finna
watch
sit there
the
and watch
whole
a whole
damn
pay per
thing.
view. I'm not finna sit there and watch a whole pay per view just for one match.
I gotta figure something out because that ain't hot. Hey, cute.
Well, since that's all we got, and we ain't got no more.
Oh, we talked about
Mhm.
NXT.
No, I didn't even watch NXT this week.
You
Oh,
didn't watch it?
it's
No.
pretty good. Walter came back and
So I've heard.
chopped the shit
Kyle
out.
O'Reilly and Adam Cole got arrested.
Yeah.
For what?
Kyle, cause Cole said to
Yeah,
Kyle, he said that bitch tried to run me off the road. He said, "I'm gonna fuck you up."
Oh wow.
He was like, "Hey." He said, "But you didn't die though."
Hell no.
Kyle tried to run Cole off the road. That was
he
funny. He
really
said,
did.
he said, "Regal, you need to control him. He's crazy. He tried to kill me." And Kyle was just like,
He said, but you didn't die though.
he's fucking crazy, but you didn't die though.
Nigga, what the hell kind of shit?
That shit was hilarious.
I mean, the
Let's
Dexter
see.
Loomis versus Austin Theory was good.
Yeah, they opened the show. That was pretty good.
Oh, they open good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, he gave him that stare, and Austin was like, "Oh my god." He said, "I knew you didn't do it. I knew it. I just knew. I knew
and
something
then
wasn't right." But Dexter
and
Loomis
then
ended up putting him to sleep anyway.
No
yeah, he
way.
just went to sleep. Yeah, he just Austin Theory just went to sleep
Um, Aaliyah and fucking Jesse Kimmy got a match next week.
next week.
Title match, may I say, against Shotzi and
Ember
Ember.
Moon.
People was
Really?
like, "Oh my god, Aaliyah finally got her title match." I said, "Who gives a fuck?"
I hope she don't win it, cause
Mm.
no, I don't. Nobody like Aaliyah.
She
I
not
know.
even.
Okay,
She
yeah.
ain't got
There's
nothing
one more.
going on. Like
Um,
she ain't sneaky. She ain't conning. It's just, she ain't doing that.
mm,
Did
I
y'all talk
mean, at
about what
least she got a
happened
title
after
shot.
that last night at the debate? No, it don't need to be talked about because it happened last night
Yeah.
on Instagram.
Y'all didn't want to even do the debate. Everybody that came in there
Bella
was being hella
Taylor just
weird.
destroyed the Bella. Like I said, Taylor just destroyed the Bella army.
As he should have. Walter, yeah, I wouldn't say he beat
Walter
his
beat
ass.
Tommaso up. Oh,
He just chopped him. He gave him that death
oh,
chop he be
Imperium jumped
doing.
him. Well, where was
Yeah.
Timothy helping him?
No, they.
Nope.
I think they got rid of
Bosco
Timothy before.
suggests he think that Imperium had something to do with it.
Well, Imperium did.
So he went up there and beat
But he thinks Imperium beat him down. That's why he wasn't out there.
mhm.
No, they didn't. They did not.
What else? Scarlett
I'm looking back and
finessed her way into a tag team championship match with Fakarian and Finn. She was like, "You guys aren't cowards, are you?" And only in what's his name was like, "No, you know what? Y'all got a match tonight. We ain't no cowards."
Of course
mm,
not.
And she was like, "See." So they got the
and
tag
then
match, but it was really a setup for him to be pissed off at Finn because what happened?
he drop
Who
kicks.
the fuck is
He
Toucan
Yeah,
he
Sam?
he did his drop kick into the other dude into Scarlet.
she
Kitty,
probably
who
talking
is
about
that?
Karrion Cross. Oh Jesus,
Are you
she's so
talking about
disrespectful.
Carrie?
Carry him?
But yeah, he had drop kick one of them into Scarlet. Scarlet, she flew. Baby, that lady
Yeah.
flew.
I mean, she sell it.
Ooh, she took the
He was
whole drop
selling.
kick. Oh wow.
Yeah,
Mm,
he drop kicked him and he bumped into her and she flew. Then
mm.
Finn was standing over. He was like, "Are you okay?" And
I mean,
she was headed
Oh,
toward the
she said
camera.
Lena's Toucan Sam.
Oh, Aaliyah. More like
I'm looking at.
Daffy Duck when he got that nose job or that beak job.
Uh,
I'm over it.
But she was faced towards the camera,
there's
smiling, and she knew what she did. She knew it was a setup.
yeah. There's someone new coming to NXT for the women's division.
Sarai,
Yep.
Yeah,
And then there was Zoa Stark versus Dakota Kai. Decent
Zoe.
match.
yeah.
Yeah.
Zoe Dakota beat her, unfortunately, and then after that match,
Yeah.
they was trying to
LA
beat
Knight
her
had
up.
his first match.
Yeah, yeah, he did. And
Yeah.
was it
Bronson Reed had to lose that match. No.
no?
Mm.
Bronson Reed didn't interrupt. He put on his jacket and tore it. That's what he did. But what else happened? Oh, and then they was about to beat up Zoe Stark, but then Io Shirai came out there marching with a contract, and she said, "I said I want you," and
Mm,
slammed the contract against Raquel's chest.
mm.
And
And now
Raquel
we have
said,
a match next week.
Kenny, that's what kind of makes me go, you're an odd individual. Because I would
except for
imagine
the
that
owner, I
Karrion
don't really
Cross
have much.
and
Um,
Scarlet would be more your speed. I mean, they're dark and brooding, and that's the type of thing you're into. So I figured that would be something that you would actually like.
they're pretty good actually.
I'm trying
Dakota
to
just
Because
find
looked
the
like if you
injury.
breathe in her direction, she'll fall apart and just melt.
I'm trying to
she
read the
like,
injury report.
She always looking like she melts, not sweat. I'm
she like you ask her is she okay, she gonna burst down into tears. But that was pretty. Oh, Jordan Devlin popped up, and he
I
said,
saw when him and Santos Escobar had they little
yeah, he said, "Thank you for holding my title."
oh
I'm sorry. Escobar is a true champion
period.
No,
Yes.
because Escobar went through that whole tournament to win that title.
Jordan
but
Devlin
Jordan Devlin
ass
won.
ain't the champion. I don't like Jordan Devlin.
Jordan Devlin, he
Exactly.
won.
He had to drop the title.
He didn't
Technically, he
drop it.
didn't drop it
He could not compete
because
because
the
he
world was
wasn't
on
allowed to come
lockdown.
back to the states.
Yeah.
And
Mm.
so they had to have the championship on the show. So they had an interim championship created so that they could have the championship run on the show. At the time, Escobar was going by Phantasma, and he won. And then he's been champion ever since. Well, if you ask me, there ain't nothing about Jordan Devlin that makes me want to watch him as a champion. I prefer Escobar, and I'm not even a heel fan, but I'd rather watch Santos Escobar run around with the title than Jordan Devlin.
I
Me
like
too.
Jordan. I like his wrestling style.
Him and his big
Oh,
ass head, his motherfucking head.
His head is kind of big for his size. He needs to just put on a
Jesus,
little bit more weight.
oh
he
my.
look like he just
Escobar
fall
wants
over. Like,
to do little dudes, not little dudes. Yes, that's him.
Oh, can cross injure somebody? Ooh.
God,
Dakota might be getting her ass beat by Raquel next week. Raquel going to be like,
Ooh.
out of losing. I just beat that.
Jesus.
I don't think so.
I don't think the match is next week.
I don't think it's next week either. I
The
think it's
match is
that
at
standing
Stand and
delivery,
Deliver.
and that's
What
not
match?
next week. Raquel versus Io.
Yeah, that's
That
that
is at
spin and
Stand and
deliver.
Deliver. That is not next week.
Next week is a tag team match with Io Shirai and Zoe Stark. This is Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez.
Ah,
Gonzalez, I'm sorry.
okay.
I don't. I mean, I don't see why she would. I wouldn't beat up my insurance policy just because you lose a match, and I don't think they're gonna lose that match.
I like Zoe
Mm,
Stark. Ooh,
Zoe Stark's finisher. Ooh.
it's lethal.
For like I had a feel finisher like ooh wow.
It's lethal. They need to start getting ready to push some of these girls up to the main roster.
Mm. They sent two already.
Maybe they'll
They
start
sent
sending them up.
it's one yeah they sent two. Rhea and Santana.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, Rhea, Santana, and Chelsea were, well, not Rhea, but Chelsea and Santana were already on the main roster. They just
San,
weren't being used.
No, Santana.
mm,
Santana was on NXT.
she was on
She
NXT.
was one of the girls that was called up along with Vanessa Bourne and Chelsea Green. She wasn't being used on the main roster, so when they needed her in NXT, they used her. But she was
That's
called up too.
better.
They had it
I,
in those Fightful reports a few months back, shortly after they had that report about the furloughed employees.
I know we
um,
missed something. It was Breezango versus I don't know how to say the tag team name, but it was
Del
Breezango versus somebody.
Fantasma,
Yeah,
Phantasma del Legado or Legado Phantasma, one
yeah.
of
uh,
them.
the cartel. Yeah,
I forgot who
Does
won that
Rhea
it
match.
start
was a good
after
match.
Fastlane or Mania? I honestly don't know. They keep running her promo package as coming soon. They don't necessarily say when. They just say coming soon.
Mm,
Rhea's cool. We
mm,
like Rhea.
they cut a promo. Yeah.
I like Rhea Ripley. I've always liked Rhea Ripley.
Anti Charlotte.
Mm.
Y'all be getting on my
Yeah,
nerves. He ain't shit.
call it how I see it. Just take Charlotte theme song and rewind it. Play it in reverse.
Mm. Oh yeah, and Xia Li cut a promo, dark promo or something.
Oh, I must have not been paying attention to that.
What did
There's no
she
reason.
say?
Uh-huh.
I don't remember, but I'm looking at the YouTube and it just says she
He
cut a
said, I
promo.
don't remember. Okay,
I don't.
baby.
I mean, I don't really
I
care about Xia Li.
really had to not be paying attention
Xia Li ain't my cup of tea.
there. Ooh, that's disrespectful. Why not?
I like
Cause
Xylee.
it's just like It's like cause some it's just not connecting to me. She's not entertaining for me.
Uh, what's your kind of superstar?
Zoe Stark.
Zoe Stark.
Zia Lee was like that before they gave her a character.
Yeah, I like that Xylee, not this Xylee.
She want you like nice Xylee that wasn't
I'm
doing
a
nothing.
face person.
Oh,
I'm
just
a
say
face
that
person
then.
too, but I like Zia Lee as a dominant person. I prefer her to be dominant than to be where she was. I like Zia Lee, period.
Mm,
Especially after she broke what's that girl name? Quagmire.
Casey. Oh.
Quagmire.
Call her quack.
Why?
Fucking dumb.
We should do that music battle tomorrow or Sunday. Tomorrow.
The
Y'all trying
Xylee
to?
promo was about Tina. Oh yeah,
T and Shaw.
yeah,
I'm pretty
yeah.
sure it
She will
was.
not
I don't know what she
will not
said.
tolerate resistance. Yeah, that's what it says. Will not tolerate resistance.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
wow.
Well, Bo's
You know
got to beat
what?
Okay,
I'd
babe.
rather see
then.
I'd rather see Xia Li and Karen Carter in a street fight.
Mm, ain't
Mm-mm.
enough deal for that. I
I
wouldn't
don't
say
look
that.
like that'll fit Caden Carter's aesthetic.
Right.
Mm,
As of right now,
Unless she gon' I mean, I don't
Kaden
know.
Carter look like she all smiles. Right. It's just look like she not that kind of
She ain't that
girl.
girl.
okay, I see what you're saying.
She could get there, but right now it ain't looking too hot for her.
So, would you rather her drop Casey Canzaro and move on to a solo career?
Yes,
No, because we saw
I
what they
would.
did with her solo career. It
Well,
wasn't
that's what
much
she
of a
just
career.
started out. But you gotta get momentum
She was
first.
part of
Hmm.
that Mae Young Classic class that Tony Storm came in, the second one. Her, Io
Hmm.
Shirai, Kaden. She was Lacey then, so
Yeah,
they made her change her name.
that was her independent name, Lacey Lane.
I like that name.
But you gotta start somewhere. I guess this is her start.
Yeah.
Who do y'all think is going to the main brand after Mania from NXT?
Well, hopefully
Um,
Ripley.
well, that's
Rhea
Cause
Ripley's
that's a given.
already
She already on there.
headed
well,
She's
I'm
on
to the
tired.
Raw.
main brand.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I would say EO. I'll throw her up there.
Because probably Raquel's gonna take that title.
I throw a couple of them tag teams up there.
I
Mm.
would send Breezango back. Probably don't want to go back, but I would
I'd
send
send
them
them.
back
I'd
just
send
to
them to
fill out
Raw.
I'll,
the tag team division. I sent Oni and Birch. They need to leave. Um, if
Hmm.
Escobar dropped the title, he need to be pushed up because
Adam
he's
Cole is getting
prepared.
called up.
mhm.
I
I'll
would
put
send
Adam
Adam
Cole
Cole to.
Raw.
Yeah, I'd send him to Raw.
Then I'll
Adam
start playing
too.
up.
Yeah.
Then I'll start playing some recruits in NXT like Tyler Valkyrie.
Honestly, she can go up to the main roster. She ain't gotta be on NXT unless she wanna
True
be.
that.
She's already established, already good. Um,
I
it's
like to
just
see it
time to
with
start
John
working some of
Morrison.
those girls, huh?
I said I
I
would
mean,
like Tyler Valkyrie to work with John Morrison.
her husband,
Mhm.
he gotta get serious first. I don't know. Britt and Thunder versus each other. That was one of the best matches in AEW, and they got a huge.
That was probably the best match that AEW could have.
It was an unsanctioned match at that.
Oh,
Best women's
that's
match
that don't
that
speak
AEW could
volumes.
have.
That don't speak volumes.
It was
That's kind of.
unsanctioned, but they said it was a good unsanctioned match.
But
I
that
mean, it
I
was
mean,
alright.
if you can't have a good regular classic match, then
Mm.
it's really
See,
yeah.
I'm gonna get in a whole debate with AEW, and y'all don't want me to get in that one because I'll be ugly.
I don't want to see that. You don't want to see what? Just the
Thunder
ugly
Rosa
motherfuckers.
and Britt Baker.
I mean, isn't that the first time women in AEW main event show?
Oh, she don't want to see Ty Valkyrie and John Morrison be together. She want to keep them
Yeah.
separate.
Mm,
Yeah. I
Yes,
have
that
to
was the
yeah.
first time women ever main evented.
Oh.
Mm,
Okay.
I'm looking at
Oh, Nicole's here.
I'm looking at NXT UK.
Hey
Mm,
Nicole.
is
Oh
LaDon doing her
man.
thing?
I call her Kaylee Ray. But she had to lose first. Who
Okay,
the fuck is gonna beat her? That's
I
the thing.
wanted Kaylee Ray to drop that title to Piper
Maker.
Niven. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Piper, yeah. She would have lost if it wasn't for Jenny.
For real, Jenny need to
Bonehead.
Yeah,
mind her own business. Jenny need to mind her own business. Stay in her place.
Jenny lost her
Yeah.
shot too.
Exactly, that's what she get.
Candice might go to the
Oh,
main brand too. I highly doubt Candice will go to the main brand and leave
So was
Gargano
her
on
husband.
NXT.
Gargano probably gonna
I
move
highly
up.
doubt that. Is Piper that thick chick? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not much better, but I'm trying. Oh, babe. Gotta
Who's
take it
that?
day by day.
Oh, that's Nicole.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, they desperately need to go up.
Hey, Nicole.
They can still work together if they want to do that.
Her and Gargano need to go up, but they're not gonna go up, Nick. You know they're not going up, Nick. You know they're
I
not going
send
up.
their I would send their
I
asses.
mean, that's the thing. Gargano is doing great in NXT. You don't know what he can do on the main roster. But I
He
can
can
see
do
what
If
same
Adam
he
shit
goes
Cole.
he
to
doing
SmackDown, he'll
now.
be just fine.
Just because he doing great, he been doing great on NXT since he got there. It's time to go. You cannot stay there. It's not one of those. That's where the new talent have to come in and make a name for
Like,
themselves. You already have your name. You have to
Well, let's play
go.
devil's advocate. Maybe Johnny just wanted to be a heel for a little bit in NXT, and then he decided, then he's gonna be like, okay, we're gonna go up.
Okay, your time is up. Go.
He's just calling
You closing
gargantuan.
in on a year.
Gargantuan don't even want to go to the main roster.
He never did.
I think it's going to be, who is that?
that girl, that
Oh, this is
birth.
on NXT UK.
Yeah, because I was talking about, we was talking about NXT UK.
Oh
I don't
yeah,
know
it
how
is
to say
another
the name, so
girl.
I'm not going to
I
say
think
it.
it's
But I'm
AO.
It's
assuming these
look,
two
yeah.
people are on NXT UK.
I was just
Yeah,
talking about it's LaDon's new
I'm tired
gimmick.
of them in NXT.
this Ladonna's good. I was. I wish she would have stayed over here on regular NXT. I'm tired of
I
them
mean,
NXT too.
was she on losing streak?
Yeah, what that mean?
Mm, I'm sorry, but mm,
Liv was on
gonna
a
be
losing
like
streak
Kurt,
at some point. She
gonna
wasn't
be like
winning.
Kurt Hawkins.
No,
That's not
because
true.
that's not true. Just because you're on a losing streak don't mean anything.
They can leave if they want
She
to, but if
was
they go on to
jobbing to people.
AEW, they're going to be fighting for some time on TV.
Mm. AEW has not lived up to their promise. I'm sorry. I gave them chance after
Well,
chance.
at
They
least
have
they
Don't
not.
be
did something
sorry.
that they did something Wednesday, so that's better than
Mm,
nothing. They getting there. Hopefully they'll
mm.
get there. Christian
I,
Casanova just did his last independent match, and he lost his match and his title. Well,
That sounds
he's in the
terrible.
WWE. I dropped my title too. I'm not gonna hold the title, and I can potentially be a champion in WWE.
oh, Jake Atlas versus Tony Nese just okay.
Ugh.
I got a question. Would y'all see Jake Atlas as the new NXT champion?
Triple H is in quarantine
Quarantine.
apparently. Oh
Jake
boy.
Atlas as no, not the right now, because he ain't
Doesn't
got no
As
Tony and
character.
Stephanie have like three girls?
hmm
Yeah.
Oh shit.
but I see Jake Atlas holding that title soon.
Nope.
Soon he got to get a character.
He does have a character.
No, he don't.
They
Oh,
just
he's
don't.
negative but being cautious. Okay. His name is Christian Casanova. Does he look like a Casanova? Yes, he does. I will show you.
No, Drake Atlas does not have a character. Jake Atlas is himself,
Casanova.
and himself is boring.
Oh
Very.
God. You got
Why?
me thinking.
What do you want?
Violence.
Did you change the batteries? Bye.
I like this YouTube live.
Yes, the oldest is Stephanie's clone. Not her clone.
Now, real talk, Kenny, he may not fit your aesthetic for Casanova, okay? Because he's not necessarily your cup of tea, but he does fit the Casanova aesthetic. So, here it on.
Can you feel me? It's the untouchable.
I never really watched AEW in a long time.
Who?
I said I haven't watched AEW in a long time.
Oh yes. Oh, I was just watching his
That
live
is Christian
yesterday.
Casanova.
Jesus.
See, I didn't even know who that was,
Jesus.
so I do remember
Now, I
his
believe
promo.
he cut his hair. Hold on a second, because there's another picture. Shut
He
up,
was
Jerry.
on live yesterday. Jesus.
The
But
What
live
a
that is
man,
yesterday,
what a
so
man,
Mr.
what a man.
Casanova.
What a mighty good man. Yes, he
Don
is.
over here having
I
impure thoughts
can't.
and shit.
But he's also having his last match as well on an independent to drop his title. He's staring in character though. I give him that.
Well, he kept his hair the same, but he was a part of the massive class of superstars that came in. So this is what he looks like under the bright lights.
Mm.
But that's Christian.
Oh,
Yes,
y'all
it
talking
is.
about him? Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh, he fine.
Girl.
Girl. That's the first black dude
Baby.
I've ever heard her say that about. The
Okay.
only
She
one.
said, oh, he fine.
He's the only one.
Yes.
Do
Do
you
you
think
Me
think
and
that
Shayna
Nia,
and Nia
me and
Jax
Nia,
breaking up at Fastlane? Yeah, I
they
think they
hopefully,
should?
should. If they drop the
hopefully,
titles to Bianca and Sasha, and then Sasha and Bianca drop them on SmackDown to Natalia and Tamina, that
that
would
should
work
put
out
right.
in my eyes. I don't want to see
That
Shayna and
should, and
Nia on SmackDown anymore.
that would kind
They
of
irritate me.
clear that would clean up the way for
You
them
could
to
tell Shayna's finna snap.
Yeah, she need to, because Nia really made her feel like a piece of shit today. When
I
she
would
could
have
have just
too.
fuck
Bitch, you
her.
just keep
Shit, she
being
shouldn't have had her come in there.
you just
And she could
keep
blame her
being my
loss on.
shit.
I
Like you
mean,
just
yeah,
made me lose. The fuck?
She
I
said he
should
kind of
beat
looked
your
like Future.
ass.
Yeah, he does.
Nia does have the right to get mad at
Steve
Shayna
Miles
because
would have said, "Ugh, no."
He
He
might
would have.
I don't see it.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
mm-mm.
He's a fair skinned man.
But
He's nice looking though.
what was I saying? Oh yeah, that would kind of clear up the way. Hopefully, to insert them into a match
Well,
with
move the
Asuka.
stuff and lay down. You can take that downstairs. It shouldn't stay up
I
here.
I can tell Austin and Shayna's probably gonna beat the WrestleMania. It's gonna be at
This
Yeah,
one, she
WrestleMania.
said he looked like Future in.
he could treat me like Future treat these girls.
Oh no, please.
I don't think Biggie and
You
Apollo.
literally said Biggie.
You said
It's Biggie.
Biggie Smalls. I didn't know he wrestled. I thought he
Big,
was 6 feet under.
I
Needs the
don't
help
think
on the.
Biggie needs
I
help
don't
on
think
the mic. I think Biggie's great.
Biggie's
Biggie don't need help on the
Apollo,
mic. Apollo don't need help on the mic either. He just don't know what to
Apollo
say.
mic.
Paulo he
He
can
needs to know
run
what to say. He
after
don't know
the
what to
fight.
say, but I wouldn't say he need help on the mic.
I don't know about that.
Cause
Uh,
earlier last year he was reading What's that
Oh
bald head
yeah,
dude
who was
name?
that supposed to?
Bobby Bobby
Darby
Lashley.
Allen.
Bald
Everyone
headed
wants a piece
bitch.
of Sting and
Dang, only if Drew was black.
TNT
I wouldn't say
King.
you bald head black bitch.
Uh, Biggie verbal clutch.
You can't say it when you're white
Verbally
because then
clutch.
you be racist. Then I'll be looking at you a little different, Drew. I'm like,
Uh,
Yes.
I don't think you should have said that for real. He said you bald
oh
bitch.
yeah, Darby Allen cut a promo. Oh yeah, because he wanted more title defense.
Apollo looked like he just want to smile and offer you an Altoid mint.
That's some old man shit. And
Stop it.
you want an Altoid? You want this Altoid right
Oh,
here? Take
Yes.
this.
okay,
It's
okay. I just got
spearmint.
info. Hold up. I think we know what the Dirty Dogs championship match is gonna be like.
Like
What?
what? A fatal four way?
Yeah, yeah, looks like it.
Who's the
That was
fourth?
obvious. The
Um,
Street Profits. It wouldn't make no
Street
sense to have
Profits.
those three teams in there, and then have Street
I
Profits in on the
mean,
side.
Okay.
part when I watched SmackDown, I
So
thought it was
Apollo,
gonna
wait a minute.
be
So what's the name of his father? Is a team?
Rey,
Don.
Dominic and
What's his
Ray.
name? What the fuck
Yeah,
is his
Rey
name?
Mysterio.
Dominic and Ray.
yeah.
Okay.
Dominic
And they pinned
actually
the
doing
Street
pretty
Profits
good.
today?
Yeah, they did on a roll up.
I
No, they
mean,
did not.
Yes, they did.
one.
Dominic
I'm
and Rey
trying.
Mysterio beat the Street Profits today.
But on a
They
in
did.
the same
They don't even have.
token,
Did they have a
in
match?
the same yes, they had it. Did you not watch SmackDown?
Uh, I did. Oh, oops. I forgot about that match.
Um, I remember it because I don't really watch they tag matches on SmackDown week to week, so this is my first time watching it in a while.
I never really considered them a team. I just thought,
I didn't know they was a team
I
for
mean, a
real
father
either.
son duo. I count
right.
them as a team.
But I guess
Dominic
since they've
pinned
been doing
Dawkins.
tag matches,
What?
yes,
How you
on a
go
roll up.
from being champions for 300 plus days to getting pinned by fucking Dominic Mysterio?
It was really a quick work, honestly. Like he could it was weird. It was funny though.
I don't like it.
But then excuse me, Otis had pinned Dominic because they had a match, a follow up match right after that.
Oh,
So then it was like kind of
that
all of
light
them kind
skinned
of yelling at
dude
the Dirty
in the
Dogs.
Dusty Road, that one in the NXT Dusty Road Classic. Are you talking about
Oh,
Wes?
he's talking about Jasmine.
Talking about
Yes,
MSK? Hold on, let me see if
Jasmine.
I can find a recent picture of him.
Mm. That's
Yeah,
some
Most
dirty
likely.
foreplay.
he's very attracted to to, to the to the formerly Little Rascals.
Oh yeah, and Sami Zayn had kicked the shit out of Kevin Owens tonight.
What are you
Kicked him
doing?
right in the face.
Why?
Cause he was losing his mind. He said, "You're crazy." Cause Kevin Owens, he was like, "You crazy? Like nothing is going on with you." He's like, "Who is they? Who are you saying? You saying keep saying they are doing you wrong, but who is they? What is they? Who is they? Where are they?"
Oh my God!
And
Hulk
then
Hogan cut a
he had
promo today.
lost against Baron Corbin, and he kicked him in the face and said, "You blind." I was like, "Wow, Sami Zayn is really losing his
Oh
mind right
wow.
before us."
Oh yeah,
Oh
did
Jesus!
Billy Kay
So
says
I
her
assume you're
sights are
talking
becoming
about
Carmella's
him,
family.
Kenny.
They Impact.
Yes,
Yeah,
they've
they've
been
been
a
a team. They've been
team.
a team since independent. They've been a team for a few years.
No, Nicole
They
was
was a
talking
team.
about
They was a
she was
team in
talking about
Impact.
Ray and Dom.
Oh, Ray and Don. Oh,
Mm.
I don't care
I
for
didn't.
Dominic and his pops right now. I'm upset that
Yeah.
he pinned D'Angelo. I don't like that shit.
I mean, I
Kevin
saw it
Owens got
Yeah.
tonight.
his jar kick off
His
tonight, but
jaw
what is
kicked
a
off
jar
tonight.
kick?
His jaw.
He probably meant to say jaw.
His jaw kicked off.
Yeah.
Is that
Yes.
what you meant? Okay.
Sammy
Most
kicked the hell
likely.
out that man.
hmm Billy Kay
Wow.
says her sights are becoming Carmella's Somalia, whatever you want to call it.
That would be funny as hell. I would love
But I
that.
want, but I wanted Billy Kay to host WrestleMania, at least
Yeah,
night
me, I
one or
don't
night
get
two.
it.
That's not happening, baby.
Instead, we got Terry and Titus. Just gotta roll with the punches.
She said the white boy irritates me, but the light skinned dude is fine. Kitty finally coming to the dark side. Yes.
Welcome to
I
the
love
yeah.
it. That's my
Remember, girl, the black of
girl.
the berry, the sweet of the juice. Hey, hey,
Period.
hey.
Oh my god.
I didn't
Yes.
think he would be her type, but she like him, and I'm shocked.
I thought Wes would have
I
been her
forgot
type.
about. Yeah, Hulk Hogan cut a promo on SmackDown.
Who?
A promo for
Oh,
what? He only hosting
Who?
fucking.
exactly, exactly.
Hulk
Post.
can
He
go
said
to the
Hulk Hogan could
emergency.
open the elderly citizen home.
Hulk can go tend to his fucking daughter.
Oh,
Where is her? Where's she at?
Oh
Go follow her with your
I'm
wow.
boy.
sure they're at
Yeah.
home reaping the benefits of that lawsuit. They never mind. Let me keep my mouth shut.
Ooh, oh,
Yeah.
now,
They're
no,
almost
no.
sold
Almost
out of
so.
their shirts on the WWE shop, and I'm so proud of them. That's dope.
Yes. Give it up for your Ohio boys. Yes.
Yeah.
MSK is like future tag team champions.
Of course.
Yeah, it'd been a nice little stable had they brought in Trey Bailey, but he a
I
little
wonder when they're gonna cash in that
dickwad
tag
working out.
title opportunity because that they supposed to have.
When his hand get
Hope need
fixed.
to go buy the dye from that funky ass beard.
Cut all that shit off. Need to cut his goddamn hair off. You don't know what he hanging on
I
to
think
that
you need to cut it
stash
off and
for.
stop buying them damn scarves with them
Why
tracks
is
tied
Titus
to them.
wearing that Raw shirt? He don't even work on Raw. He don't even work no. Keep my mouth shut.
What?
Keep bleaching your damn hair.
He
You
not
ain't fooling
bleaching it. He ain't
nobody.
got no hair.
Oh,
Exactly. Cut
wow.
that shit out. He keep holding on to whatever's back there.
It ain't nothing
Cut
but
it.
him and Paul Heyman in the
Ex-
same boat, and he worse off than Paul Heyman is.
I'd rather
Mm,
Paul Heyman keep his hair. I pictured him bald and it just don't work out. I
Ugh.
was like, yeah, you
mm,
keep that
mm-mm.
ponytail.
I love
Personally,
Edge, but it's time to cut the hair. He did cut his hair once before, but he grew it back out. I think he
Exactly. It
looks
was.
nice with his hair
his
long and
hair,
short.
his hair don't look stringy like a couple other
Mm.
people. Tied and
Oh
Oh,
fried.
wow.
oh wow. He said it was tied and fried.
Oh
I'll say
Lord.
Titus can go back to promoting as. Why are you
I don't
doing
understand
Titus
why you
so
coming
dirty?
so hard for Titus. I don't get it.
Titus is alright. It's the problem that Hulk Hogan's involved.
I don't have an issue with Titus specifically, but he's just not something that I would say is
He looks funny.
entertaining. And I know that the host for WrestleMania isn't supposed to be like the star of the show, but seeing as how this is your first major show with an audience, an actual live audience back, my idea of pulling out all the stops is to put your best foot forward, which is
Right.
either Billy or Bailey. Neither one of them is scheduled for a match at WrestleMania,
Or
and
just
they're
put both.
both very much, they draw eyes, they're funny, they've got great personalities. It should have been one of them. I don't understand what where I want to be a fly on the wall when they had this conversation to pick the host of WrestleMania, and the first thing that you thought of was Titus O'Neil
Fucking Hulk Hogan.
and fucking Hulk Hogan. I don't understand how that made sense. Is It's so
Whose
baffling to
silly
me.
ass idea was that?
They don't probably don't even pay attention. That's the thing.
It should have been Bailey.
I'm
It
just
could have been
pissed.
both of them, to be honest with
They
you.
could have did
Exactly.
it together. It would have been fine to see them play off of
Bailey
each
could
other. You
Bailey
know
could
what
have did
could be
night
funny
one.
though?
Billy could have did night two.
What?
They could have Billy and Bailey be a tag team, and then
Oh no.
That be like
when
that'd be funny.
she be doing her ding dong, Billy could be her sidekick.
Do you think WWE going to add Tamina and Talia to the Fastlane match? Nope.
No,
I
should
mean,
they?
it's possible, but I wouldn't. I would wait until I would let Nia and Shayna drop the titles to Bianca and Sasha. I know it sounds strange, but they
And
could
have
win
them
those
lose it.
titles at Fastlane, take them back to SmackDown, and drop them to Natalia and Tamina. Have
Get
Natalia
that
and
number
Tamina have
three.
them for a while, and let them compete against Riot Squad, and let Riot Squad take the titles off of them.
Oh, if
Well,
they could beat them.
Exactly. Ugh.
When you think
These
WrestleMania, you just
men
don't
with
think Titus
titles.
or Terry's the clan leader. Oh Jesus.
Honestly, I don't even
Oh my
think.
god.
You're right. I don't think about Titus, but I really don't think about Hulk.
Titus ain't
Fucking
with that
Hogan.
really that entertaining.
He
I
can
would have
be,
liked him
but
to have
I
been a
don't see it.
mosquito on the wall because I would have bit the fuck out of whoever came up with the whole thing.
I would have flew right into
Oh
their
no,
mouth. What about
King,
Hulk?
I'm over it.
Bitch,
Tripping.
what the fuck is wrong with you, Hulk Hogan? Ooh, let me get into
I would
business.
have liked to be have been with
I'll be shitting on
mm,
Eric. Like that sound like a dumbass idea,
would.
and you know that. I don't know why you even thought about that. Hulk Hogan,
I
you
just don't get it.
apologize to the wrong people.
Mm,
I was like, yeah, we can have him out there issuing a state of an apology to everyone he offended.
did he give an apology?
To the locker room that he doesn't
To the
even work
locker
with,
room, he did. He
that
apologized to
he
the locker room,
that
so
he
it
does
wouldn't
not
be
work
awkward
with.
when he go in there. But he didn't
He didn't
apologize to the
apologize.
fans. He didn't say anything. He just thinks that it'll blow over.
He
No,
said N word twice. One
He
with
said it more than that.
Booker T.
he said it more.
Oh.
Just because we caught him twice. I mean, he ain't said it more than that. He shook
Mm,
hands
well,
with a black
could
fan
have
at the
caught
gas
Ric
station
Flair
and
too.
quickly wiped his hands afterwards, like it was
Before
like he was
before you
disgusted or
close
something.
the door on me, talk to know, give me first. Like, can you trust
It's ridiculous.
But I'm just gonna say Randy Orton versus Alexa Bliss is probably going to be a match of the night for me.
I think it'll be all right. Never
Cause
would never
everybody
would hear Shayna say I'm sorry. I wouldn't think Shayna would have said I'm sorry either.
I don't understand that. I'm like,
He
girl,
said I'm sorry. I said you what?
be mad at yourself. Shit. Your thick ass was in there. You should have been wrestling. You shouldn't have been worried about what I was doing.
well,
You should have moved.
Yeah. Well,
She should have ducked. She could have ducked. Or lay your ass back. Lay down.
Now
You
it was
saw her
my
leg
fault for getting
come
kicked.
at you. Sure, you gonna get just watch her kick you? Lay your ass down and don't take the kick, stupid ass heifer. That's your fault.
They just posted Rhea would be on Raw on Monday. Did they? Oh,
Then that ain't no damn coming soon. That's next week. They should have said next
okay.
week.
Rhea will be on
exactly.
Raw tomorrow.
That would have gave people the reason to watch. The hell?
If Titus did
Wasting
world
my time.
did a world slide doing WrestleMania, I'd fall off my bed. You saying that this man would fall at WrestleMania? I doubt it.
Mm.
I
That
don't
trip
see where
is
you
just
see
hilarious.
that at. Where you see that at?
Did they just post it or what? 'Cause I'm looking.
I'd
I
like to
see
know where
Ed.
that.
Ooh, Edge's gears was fire.
It was. It was nice. He had light blue and white.
I didn't get to
Yeah, and
see his
some
gear.
black.
I'm upset.
It was
Oh, it
black.
was
It was some
my
black, some white and blue.
black
No, don't jinx that
casual,
high booty man. Ah!
please.
He said cereal box tip. I just want to know where it was posted at.
Oh, oh yeah, Mustafa Ali, Riddle, Fastlane. Okay, yeah.
Hopefully he wins so he can, get on with this
I
rough part of
agree.
his
I'm sorry,
schedule.
I don't like Ali. He whines
Here
too
you
much.
go. It's up here. He's right. They
Where?
posted it on Twitter.
On
Ah,
Twitter. I'm gonna
they
go on
But
always
y'all
Instagram.
could have
post
said
it.
this Monday.
Y'all really could have.
Why did you wait
You could have
until now?
really posted on. You could have really posted on Instagram. That's what you really could have done.
This is ridiculous. Why didn't they just say she was coming next week?
Mhm.
Because
By
they
the
really
way,
don't pay
Rhea's gonna be
attention.
there on Monday. Have a good night.
Right. Like just that's all you got to, that is just stupid.
I mean, I bet Paige gonna get her match now.
Like what? I'm just trying to understand. If you want people to watch the shit, that's a good reason to watch.
You dying because Apollo changed his accent out of nowhere?
How
Lana
many
changed her
times do I
accent out of
have to
nowhere.
say this? I
I mean, why would you? So y'all not judging Lana for
He's
changing her accent?
Nigerian. It wasn't a sudden change. Ain't like he got hit upside the head and he just started speaking something else.
okay, so
Exactly.
I
Y'all need to
will
stop.
I will say this. It's not that him speaking in his natural dialect is weird or odd. It's because we've never heard it. So let's take Sasha for example, right? We all know
Hmm.
Sasha Banks has a slight speech impediment and she fumbles over her words sometimes because it's hard for her to get them out. Because she's trying to speak and the words aren't coming out the way they should, right? It's kind of similar to that. When a person comes from another country, and I think Apollo's father probably speaks his native language very fluently, which would influence how he speaks and the dialect that he would speak. Sometimes when you're in the States specifically and your family is an immigrant, you have to over enunciate, which would kind of make Apollo sound in AAVE with black people, we call it talking white, right? But it's more like he's enunciating his words and he's speaking clearly so you can hear him. In some instances, you will lose your accent the longer you stay in the States and you hear the way people talk. It just happens naturally. But when you get upset or when you're not thinking about it, the dialect will come out. It's like when people are Hispanic, you'll hear an accent sometimes, and then sometimes you don't. It happens. For Apollo, I do think he can turn it on and off. And I think if he's consciously thinking about it, he will speak with that dialect because he can. And the character he has, he's supposed to speak that way. If y'all recall when Kofi first got there, he was a Jamaican. He was not from Ghana. His
And this
character was
man not even
Jamaican.
Jamaican.
And he spoke
Hmm.
with the Jamaican accent, but he was not Jamaican. So y'all gonna have to give Apollo a little bit.
This
Is all
shit
I'm
goes
saying.
to show that y'all ain't been around no Africans.
I've been around Africans.
Y'all very in this closed box, and it's
It's
very
not that he's like faking anything because that is who he is. It's a part of him. So I think he worked very hard to be able to speak fluently so that his accent doesn't come out. Because when you have an accent, you can be made fun of, and a lot of Africans are made fun of for their accents. Y'all know this. This happens in just about every culture.
I'd rather have Rhea versus Asuka. Ugh,
Then Oscar versus Charlotte,
I don't see all
or
the
Charlotte
reason.
versus Oscar because
I'd
I
rather
ain't
have
watching
I,
it.
I'd rather have Charlotte versus Asuka because Rhea she needs to build her character on the main roster.
He had an
She
accent
never.
on the Indies. That was his character in the Indies, but he's not. The point I'm trying to make is he's not portraying something that isn't a part of him. It is a part of him. But I think some people are so used to seeing him as the Apollo that came in, you're not really giving the opportunity to be able to see the new version of what he's created in terms of his character. You're not giving it a chance. So maybe we have to kind of remove your bias blinders a little bit and then watch Apollo or watch new characters because you can't ask for new things or ask for people to change who they are. And then when you finally get the change, you make fun of it or you're shitting on it before it can even get to where it needs to be. I'm not. saying Apollo's the greatest. I'm saying he's a great competitor and he's a very good adversary for Big E. So I don't have an issue with Apollo as a heel. Of course, kayfabe wise, I want Big E to stomp his ass out. But
Mhm.
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 I'm not mad
Me
at
too.
Apollo Cruz's character, if that makes sense. I'm not mad at him. I get the character. One second.
Checking all the
I
boxes
want to
for me.
bring up the WrestleMania week.
Rhea coming this
Like they're
Monday. I know
busy.
Jay Sav told us that they were coming Monday. I just wanted to know where he got it from. He never really answered me, but
He
I
said
just
they're
wanted
just
to know where he
confirmed.
got it from. They're
They're
not
not
going to
gonna
have
have
a crowd at the Hall of Fame for a long time. I agree.
After the shit they
Um,
pulled
I mean, why would
last
they?
year, last time.
Because remember what happened last time. They
yeah, but
somebody
I don't think they're
attacked
gonna have
Bret
it
Hart.
either due to the panoramic.
Yeah, it's always
What do
depending
y'all think
on.
they're gonna do with Chelsea Green and Santana Garrett? I don't know. They got. I
Yeah, I
mean,
don't know.
I don't know what
I
they're
already
gonna
put them
do,
in the
but
stove. I'll say put Chelsea Green in the SmackDown Championship run.
What? She ain't did
I
nothing.
said, I mean, but she's a great competitor.
Okay. Rhea's a great competitor
how
too, but she shouldn't be in the championship match. She hasn't done enough.
over some of the other
I'm saying
women
in the
that have
run.
been there?
I'm saying in the run, not like in championship match right away.
In the long run, as she works
Yeah,
towards it.
Like
Oh,
how
yeah,
long?
long
Because she only
run.
got a 3-year contract.
Hmm. I guess we're gonna be waiting and see.
okay.
Okay. Shit, what who's with the
Ah,
attitude?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
God,
come with. Cause I'm not the person with the. I'm not a person with an attitude. It just thinks how I say it.
it's very condescending. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It was like, okay,
he sounds
I guess we
personable.
just gonna
Yes,
wait
it
and see.
sounds.
Then
Yes,
I
it
was
do.
like, well, guess we is gonna wait then.
I'm sorry.
Shoot,
Bitch,
I
yeah, we
didn't mean
gonna
to
wait.
come
The
all that
fuck?
way.
shoot.
Oh, he a
I'm
little special.
surprised
You
Boy
ain't know?
Trev ain't find the YouTube yet. Let's hope he don't. Oh,
Oh wow.
You
I'll
ain't
talk
got
to y'all
time
about
yet.
that in the group chat.
Ooh, girl, did he go off?
I'll tell
Child.
you in the group chat. Can you
Ooh.
help me with my YouTube channel tips, please? Honestly, I the first thing that I did with my YouTube channel was just make videos on my phone and then post them. So if you got decent content, you got a channel. If you got a following, you got a channel. I don't really have nothing going on my channel but wrestling. Occasionally I'll go live and things like that, but I try to post at least 1 to 2 wrestling videos a week. I don't catch everything because sometimes I don't be feeling like editing and posting videos. You just have to stay consistent. If you can't
For the
do
most part.
edited videos, then do use a platform to stream live on YouTube and do it that way. That's the only way I can help you. It's consistency and prioritizing your time. That's how you can build a good YouTube channel. She coming Monday. I saw it on Instagram. They say she's bringing her brutality. Well, I saw it on Twitter. So I went to WWE's Twitter page
Instagram. I'm
and they
look.
had it
What else
posted
she
on
gonna
Twitter.
bring? What else she got?
I'm seeing
And
this
they
on
like
Instagram.
Rhea
Where are you
Ripley
seeing
brings
this?
her brutality to the red brand this Monday on WWE Raw.
I'm
So
I'm
Okay.
I'm looking on WWE's Instagram. I don't see nothing. Oh, now it's here. Yep. Rhea Ripley
I just
brings
wish
her
that they
brutality
would
to the
have
Red
just
Brand.
made this
Just
announcement
did it.
Monday. I don't
Plus,
understand.
I hate they keep announcing
um,
shit. I wish they just do it.
plus,
Just do
what
it.
will be the fallout
They
from
said it could take her ass
Fastlane?
home and stay there.
Oh, so she's
Oh,
coming after Fastlane. Okay, yeah,
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 and
I'll
I
be
do.
glad when this pierogi is over and everyone is vaccinated. I'm waiting to schedule my vaccination appointment. There are no appointments here in Cleveland because everybody wants to be able to go out. So there are
okay.
no appointments here. They just got into the phase where 16 and older, and you don't have to have no pre-existing conditions, can get the vaccine. And now all the appointments in my area are booked up, and they got the Wellstein Center open, but
Yeah, you
I
finna
don't
go to
think I want to go
Waldo.
there and get my shot.
I live in Texas. I'm not going outside.
What's
Chelsea
up,
ain't even do
Texas?
nothing. She got to get in line. And that's another thing. I don't want somebody, and there's no shade to Chelsea Green or Santana Garrett, but they don't have no momentum built up. They don't have no strong following. Like Rhea Ripley has a strong following. Rhea Ripley has a strong grip already. So it's plausible to immediately put Rhea in something like that. But to give Chelsea Green that right out the gate, and I understand, Hiram, like you wasn't saying it right then, but I'm just saying it would be weird and very much disrespectful to the rest of that roster. Because I would rather Ruby Riot get it before anybody else. That woman's been there
Yeah,
long enough and she deserved it.
I see where you're coming from. But I was just waiting for a long term run. But I didn't know she had a 3-year contract.
Yeah, she's only signed for 3 years. She just signed
Mm.
it today, if I recall. What do y'all think about the New Day defending their title against Styles almost at WrestleMania? It's stupid.
Bullcrap.
It's
It's
kind
stupid
of
and it shouldn't be happening.
shouldn't, because
I
we
mean,
knew that Styles almost
I like to
attended.
see that Omis person wrestle. See
I
what
don't
he
want to see
got.
almost wrestling.
He ain't gonna be wrestling. He gonna be throwing them around. That's
He
it.
ain't gonna do nothing but stand on the outside of the ring and then step
Hey,
over
this
the top rope. And they gonna be running right into him like he a damn brick wall because he can barely move. It's gonna be real Great Khali-ish.
so basically AJ Styles is gonna be putting in the work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say Instagram been acting like a hoe all day. Facts. Facts.
What was saying? You said they really
Said
did
left
do
it a
normally a lot
surprise.
of
Well,
things.
yeah, let her show up on the show, but you know they don't never leave nothing a surprise. May 1st,
Hmm.
vaccines become available for every adult here in Lancaster. I also hear kids may be getting a nasal spray for vaccine, but that's a
Might have
hearsay.
to.
If I
Kenny,
get a
you
I
live in
hope
nasal
so.
spray,
Texas?
And she came in second
she's
in the
in
Rumble. Yeah.
she out in Philly.
Well, Rhea gripped my braids and ain't never let go.
Bye.
It's just for AJ to do something. He could have a match with somebody else. Why do he have to?
People were saying do it Triple H, but there's no point in that. What was the build up for
My perfume fell.
Just for all of them to do something. I still can't believe they got tried up old raising hosting. Oh, child, let's not even talk about that.
I don't want to talk about that anymore. I'm over it.
What else they
that?
said? They said,
I said what I need to say, and nothing's gonna change. They're gonna keep it the same.
they really did Naomi along the dirty. Like they could have given them a better tag team title match than what they
We
did
discussed
almost.
that last week, didn't we?
Yes, we did. This one guy follow. I follow his piss taker isn't on the card. What? Why the fuck would his old ass be on the card? That don't make no more
He
sense than
retired.
Terry
He
hosting.
He's
obviously wasn't
retired.
going to be on the card. Oh, Donnie got kicked out.
That Tag Long figure right there.
There you go. He shouldn't be because don't nobody want to listen to damn Taker.
He
Don't
should be
nobody want.
inducted to the Hall of Fame. He should be inducted to the Hall of Fame and just move on. That's all.
He
He
said he
already
might die the next time he wrestles. Ooh, Lord, have mercy.
child.
I ain't gonna,
Oh
I
wow.
ain't gonna speak on nobody dying because he mess around and do it for
Okay.
real.
For real.
I
I
fuck
want
around
to see
say some
that.
ignorant shit. I
Oh,
said, oh,
oh
look at him
no.
resting in peace.
Uh,
That's so nice. He died doing something he loved the most.
wow.
Oh, y'all ain't shit.
And
And you
racist.
know you ain't. Just horrible.
I don't understand. I just they really be pandering to these old
If I
fans.
was gonna ask you, what is the next debate topic's gonna be?
I'm gonna do one debate here on YouTube, and then I'm gonna do one on Instagram because y'all was giving me real dryness last this past
Yesterday, because it
Thursday.
was
I
real
was like,
dry.
oh my
I mean,
god.
Taylor just spoke for Layla Cool. He just
Well, if
decimated
Taylor
Bella.
hadn't came in there, it wouldn't have been nothing. Because Don was doing his trying his hardest, and,
The I mean, cause no Bella army didn't come in. They didn't really. They just
which
came
is
in the
shocking
comments.
to me
Because they
They
always
came in the
in.
they came in the
because they
comments, but they
always
didn't want to join the
in.
live.
It didn't get hot until they said Brie was better than Nikki, which was
Uh
baffling to me.
huh.
Mm.
People got mad,
Y'all
but
must be real blind.
But I'd rather do a debate topic on YouTube. Cause
you know, I'm so
for me,
mad
What
that
you
YouTube's much
Edge
mad
is
better.
at?
behind Bianca on the Mania poster, promo
What you mad
poster.
about?
Oh, they removed Charlotte from the poster too.
I heard they
They
took
took
Charlotte off
Charlotte
the
off.
WrestleMania poster.
Yeah, but they
People need
said
to
that
chill.
Charlotte.
That's not even the poster. Even if it was, who cares?
They said Charlotte is doing
I
something,
mean, I'm proud of Damian
filming
Priest making
something.
it on the poster. He been there for like 3 months.
Who?
Charlotte's supposed to be getting ready to
Damian
start
Priest
filming Walking Tall, so she may not. She may go
wrestle.
up against Asuka and not win at WrestleMania.
Well,
Uh,
at least it's not Peyton.
who?
Oh God,
I'm telling you. I said
that's
at least
what
it's
the
not
real
Peyton.
post. That's the real poster because that's the one I've always seen since it came out. Roman was like, "I'd rather die than tap out to another man." Dan was like, I'd rather you not die, but I'll tap you out anyways." Oh, that was a good rebuttal. I'll just
It
be like, "Well, you
wasn't.
gonna be dead then?"
That's what it was
Shit.
said. I said, well, I
I
You
thought
mean,
you
just
was gonna
gonna
be
be a dead
dead.
motherfucker.
like I said, I like faces, so I see Daniel Bryan
Fuck with me,
actually
you just
tapping
gonna
out.
be dead.
Okay.
I see Daniel Bryan tapping out Roman Reigns. That's
And you'll be a dead son of a bitch. I'll tell you that.
That's what I'm saying. Like it was that's what I'm saying that it's more than likely that Charlotte is going to leave because she has to film for Walking Tall. She's been chosen to be the lead for the remake. So she's going to be gone for a couple months. It doesn't make sense to put the title on her when they're going to start filming the movie soon, and it should come out either the end of this year or next year.
and then if you put the
So
title on
she
her,
would
who's
have
going?
to leave to go film.
She gonna be basically
And if
Brock
I was
Lesnar.
them, give Oscar her win at WrestleMania, let her have that, and then go on to Money in the Bank and have Oscar drop it at Money in the Bank.
Mhm.
That way she'll have her win. She'll be champion all the way up to Money in the Bank, and she'll be, I don't know, she'll be just shy of one day of being champion for a year.
I mean, Oscar does have a win of Charlotte. It was on Raw in an early pandemic.
But she doesn't have the WrestleMania win.
Yeah,
It's
there's that.
different. If you looking at Oscar's entire streak was broken at WrestleMania. She
Hmm.
haven't been able to
Hmm.
beat Charlotte in a main event match on a pay-per-view since then.
Most of her reign was beat by Charlotte.
Hmm. I was mad they gave up her title last year. I mean, not last year when
2019.
Becky was main eventing. They had to give up the
Yeah,
title.
it was some piss off's idea, some peon.
I don't appreciate how some of
Yeah.
y'all was talking about Seth Rollins today because I saw some of his I saw his whole fit on Twitter today, and
It
that
was
shit was
nice.
motherfucking fire.
I said, come
Seth
on, Rollins.
I don't know
Seth,
what kind of outfits y'all used to, but you're supposed to wear brown with blue. That's a correlating color. You're supposed to do that.
I
Seth
would have forgot
That
about
Rollins
nigga
that
knows
looked
how to
part.
dope.
dress.
And it
Seth,
was blue and white at that, and it was on the cuff and on the bottom of the pants. It was faded too. It was like little drips. You know how like you see like the
oh,
stars where it looks like fade into like a massive amount of stars. That's what it look like.
I would have put
his
rhinestones
outfit
on
was
it.
dope. He got the drip.
I don't know who his personal stylist is, but that man need a raise.
I'm gonna start a
Give him
He
his
he need a
hashtag.
money.
big. No, he
Drip
need to help
Wallace.
me.
Cause he tearing Seth ass a new one.
I'll give
Pigeon
Seth.
told
He
no,
got
he
drip,
coming
but I
out
don't
there
like Seth Rollins got
I'm gonna
drip,
be
killing
but I don't like
hoes.
honest,
him.
but I think she'll retain at Mania for.
I hope not. But if hopefully they will focus on
Oh,
knowing WWE,
no,
they fuck around and having her drop it at SummerSlam.
I don't
It
see the
depends
problem
on
with
if
her
they
dropping
give
this
her,
woman.
if they, okay, after WrestleMania, let's say they go with the scenario I presented, right? Where Charlotte is the
Mhm.
one, but Charlotte gets beat in that WrestleMania. Okay, it depends on what they do with her up until then. You can take that downstairs. If they give if they give Asuka, Nia, or Shayna, that can stretch out until the next pay-per-view. You can still have them fighting and make it interesting. But you
Mhm.
can have Shayna, Nia, and Asuka in this three way for a little while, where the match might be Nia and Asuka, but Shayna keep interfering. Then you might have the match with Shayna and Asuka, but Nia keep interfering. That way, when it gets to SummerSlam, it's not stale by then. Something is happening. It's the way that it's booked that it works. Because if you keep, I'll put it this way: if they keep it so that Shayna and Nia are fighting each other, but they're interfering in each other's matches, it's good. They're gonna expect for the main showdown to happen at the next pay per view. So after Money in the Bank is usually Extreme Rules, which I don't really like Extreme Rules like that. So
I mean, cause
I could do
y'all
I
stated
could do
before,
without Extreme.
y'all stated before WWE doesn't like going full force on hardcore matches.
Well, if you can mimic somebody's eye being pulled out, you can go hardcore.
Okay.
I just want to bring up Walter real quick because I saw in NXT UK. I feel like he met his match. I don't know the guy's name, but I feel like he met his match for the takeover.
Hmm. I haven't seen NXT UK in a while, so I can't talk about Walter or who's been up against. Last time I watched Takeover, well, NXT UK, I was watching Dragunov and Walter's match,
Mm.
which
That
that
was a
match
good.
was
That was.
fucking brutal.
Ooh,
Would
yeah.
I make it a fatal four way between
Yes.
Shayna, Nia,
And
Charlotte.
Oscar.
Charlotte, and Asuka?
Yep.
Mm,
I would.
I would do that. I don't have a problem with that.
me neither. Just gotta
That
book it
I would
right.
do that for Mania though. And I know that seems like it's too much, but it's not as massive as that fight with Becky and Charlotte and Ronda was. It won't have that same appeal. I think it'll be more entertaining to have them in that fatal four way like that. And we haven't
Well,
seen a fatal four way in a while.
Yeah.
yeah, we haven't. But I'll just. Ooh, Becky, Charlotte versus Ronda. The crowd wasn't into it because it was late. It was like midnight.
They was
That's why they
tired.
started doing those 2 nights.
Y'all think Tamina and Natalia are gonna get a match at WrestleMania for the women's tag titles? More than likely, I think they'll probably gain those titles before then.
Well, they did those two
Probably
nights
because
because
Shayna
we
and
were.
Nia, either Nia or Shayna's going to snap on one.
What'd you
Because
say,
Randy,
Don?
He said they did the two nights because of that long WrestleMania. That's not true. They did two nights because we were in a pandemic. It didn't make sense to have a quarter of a day show with no crowd and we just sitting there watching all Sunday long. So they split it up into two nights.
mm,
To keep it under 4 hours
Yeah.
because you're not gonna watch WrestleMania for 4 hours, even with the two. And then after that Mania, the year prior, they were
After they
exhausted. They were gonna have it at 2 nights anyway, and it just I think that was something they was trying, and they finally got it. They checked it out and it worked. So
after last year's Extreme Rules, fuck, I like last year. Y'all tripping? I like last
I
year's
liked
Extreme
uh,
Extreme
Rules.
Rules. I just wish
especially
they would have made that eye for an eye match
Something
a
different.
bit.
more
Yeah, it just
realistic.
Yeah.
had it just was missing It was missing some stuff. It missed a lot of. It missed that piece that would have made it gory. Like you gotta, if you're gonna go there, then you have to go there. You can't
They could have
half-ass.
made that a cinematic match.
And then
I like.
yeah, and then you're like you're WWE and you have access to production and prosthetics and shit that nobody has access to. You could have hired some people to work that day. All they had to do was wear masks and it would have worked.
Mm, but the one match I
Could have had
like
some
at
movie
Extreme
shit going
Rules,
on. Like what the fuck?
at
I'm
the
I'm waiting
just
Extreme
for the day
Rules,
Kaylee Ray loses her title so I can pack her things and send her off. Y'all motherfuckers is
hey,
brutal.
don't wait all day now.
Kaylee Ray's
I want you to
dominant.
kick your ass.
She,
Don't say nothing.
Kaylee Ray
Do
is
you
the
think
GOAT.
Shayna should dethrone Asuka's reign of Raw Women's Championship?
I mean,
I'll be okay
this
I
with
will
wouldn't
that.
be
mind Shayna doing it.
this will be
I like
Shayna's
Shayna.
second Raw title opportunity.
Yeah,
So
Yeah, because she had one in WrestleMania with Becky, and that was it.
as it should have been.
I don't have a problem with her being the one.
After this year, it's back to one night, and I wonder how they'll chop it up to keep
Oh
it running for
God.
so long.
They won't have so many matches on the card.
Next year is Texas, right? It's in
Yeah,
Texas. Oh,
Yes.
well, I don't have to drive that far because I live near.
What's
it
up,
would be cool to
Texas?
see Shayna win the Raw Women's title and go back to see how she was in NXT. You see, this is the thing.
Y'all want
She's
people to
not
do what
gonna
they
be
want.
how she was on NXT.
It's gonna be a totally different ball game.
She can't be like she was on NXT
It's not the
because
Let me
same
see.
group of girls. It's not the
Let
same
me
roster.
see.
mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Because that's not what they like her ground and pound style. And
And
for
then
the most
yeah,
part,
that's all that really
Shayna
matters.
is the way she was in NXT. There's not much different from what the way she was in NXT. She was just a bit more aggressive. But now there's nothing wrong with the way Shayna is. I don't understand it. Y'all was mad because the woman was champion for
Okay.
the whole time that she was in NXT. Y'all was pissed. She drops the title. She comes to the main roster. Y'all mad because she had Elimination Chamber and was superiorly dominant in that. Y'all was mad
Hmm.
because she was beating up on Becky every week. Now that
See,
Shayna done pulled back a little bit, everybody want the old Shayna back. This is why they don't listen to us.
I don't. They should listen to me. I know
cause
what I'm talking about.
That's why they don't listen to us.
I don't-
Because of that shit right
mm,
there.
I was fine with Shayna's reign in NXT. There was no
I,
problem.
I wasn't. That shit was too long for me. I lost track. I was bored.
I mean,
I
she
don't
had
feel
some
bad
good
for
fights.
Shayna.
She got some good title defenses. That's why it was so interesting for me,
She had
especially
a.
with the fight with Mia Yim. I want to see the Riot Squad have one title reign at least, so I can be satisfied. They're
They
gonna have
may
it
get
soon.
one. I think if they do it the way I think they will, they'll be champions before the year is out. For sure.
Probably after and probably
I
in
won't hold
SummerSlam.
my breath though. I tell you that.
Oh wow.
I'm not holding my fucking breath. They should have did tag titles when they came up. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
I wanted to
They
state
had
this:
ample opportunities.
Beth Phoenix and Natalia should have won that WrestleMania match.
Yes, they should have, but hey.
But the Iconics, no, I
Next
didn't.
week's debate. Let me see. I wrote down all the ones Don and Kenny sent me, so I'm gonna pick one.
If you say
The
They
one
AEW
were
for
the
versus,
here
Slickers.
I
on
want dog.
YouTube is gonna be AEW versus WWE.
Oh, child.
Prepare for AEW fans to get dog shitted on.
To be surprised.
Okay. D is gonna talk your head off.
Of course. That's gonna be a battle for the ages. Anyway.
You got to use some mics during that time too. Cause they get tested.
We don't have to fight a little bit. Me and Alexis was going at it yesterday with that
For
DX.
real, y'all was going at throats. Alexa just chose violence.
He was like, "Are
That's
you
why we
shitting
are
me?"
though.
I
I
said,
don't
"Oh
disagree with
Jesus!"
her though in her assessment of DX.
I
But
choose violence too.
I was on the side of the shield, so I had to argue it from the best point that I could.
I'm DX all the way. I'm sorry, DX was entertaining. Alexa
So
just stayed.
we got a couple topics I could do on Instagram. I
Okay.
got Hurt Business versus Nation of Domination, which I think Don gave me that one.
Mhm.
Or which one of y'all gave me that?
It's,
Was it Kenny?
It was me.
It was Donnie.
It was
And
yours
then
truly.
they said, who was the best crazy bitch? Was it Mickey, Victoria, or AJ? Don gave me that one. I remember that one.
oh, that's gonna be a good one right there.
Wyatt family versus the Ministry of Darkness, which I think that might be too deep of a cut for the Ministry of Darkness because some of y'all was still little kids or y'all weren't born yet.
I don't know who that is.
Who
That's a
Um,
the
song.
fuck is that?
NXT versus NXT UK, Nexus
Ooh,
versus
that's good.
Undisputed Era.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one right there.
I can fight with that one.
I can put up
I'll
a good fight.
do for Instagram. I don't know. The women ain't been getting no, unless it's current women, they don't get no shine. I would have to do something crazy like Charlotte versus Sasha Banks. Then I'll bring out all the messing people.
Yeah, that'd be messy. Yeah, you could do that.
Oh
So I'll do
Jesus.
Charlotte versus Sasha Banks for the first couple of hours of the debate, and then I will do Nexus versus Undisputed Era,
Ooh,
and then on my YouTube Thursday, I will do AEW versus WWE.
ooh. I'm about
Ooh.
to
I
read.
should say.
Hopefully.
I'm gonna do my
Hey,
research.
So
I
we
gotta do
got
my research. I got my
We're gonna be
members.
here all day with that AEW. We're gonna be here all night.
so
Ooh, I might have to skip
we're
that
gonna
one.
do Sasha versus Charlotte as to who's the better horsewoman. That's gonna bring out the claws.
That's
And
gonna bring up
I'm
smart.
about to,
So
I'm about
somebody's
to
attitude is for
read. I'm
hold on,
about
let
to
me
somebody's
post
read.
it
attitude
in
is
here
for
so I can
somebody's
have
gonna
it as
snap.
a comment.
Somebody's gonna snap. I'm just gonna say that.
I gotta think of some more controversial ones. That
You
debate's
saw
gonna
how
be
Think
Tuesday.
that
Bianca
TCB
and
or
Sasha
Team
went.
Bella.
People
That's
was
not
going
really a
At
crazy.
debate.
8, and
Eight.
then that's the first hour.
Evolution
And
versus
then
DX.
Okay.
Evolution
Bet.
versus
I say
DXT. I
Evolution.
don't like that because Triple H was a part of both of them.
I would say
Exactly. That was both.
Evolution
That was
versus
yeah. That was, and weren't they both in like came same timeline kind
No,
of?
no.
no.
Mm,
DX pops goes into pretty much all the timeline because they were there from the early 90s to the mid 2000s. They were there. So they kind of
no.
pop in and out of all of the timelines. But the time frame that Evolution came about, DX was nowhere to be found because the leader was a part of Evolution. And Shawn Michaels
True.
was on his hiatus, I believe.
Hmm.
So we're gonna do that debate first, and then we're gonna do Nexus versus Undisputed Era.
I would say Evolution
Wait,
versus
this
Hurt
Nexus
Business.
versus Undisputed Era was on Tuesday. Oh,
Yeah, that's also gonna be on Tuesday. And then
ooh,
what
are
I'll
we?
do, hold on a second.
Ooh, I
That
know
one will be at
somebody.
11 because I ain't got nothing to do on Tuesday.
Oh,
You
N
heard me, Tiff.
NWO versus the Bullet Club. That would be a
No,
good
what you
one.
say?
Evolution versus the Hurt Business. This is kind of the same setup.
I mean, okay.
Evolution versus the Hurt Business.
Yes.
I'll do that on Thursday after we do AEW versus WWE.
Will we be finished? That's the thing with that conversation.
Oh, he said we're gonna be doing an AEW versus WWE all night. No, because see, after a while, I get tired of arguing the same argument. I can only beat a dead horse for so long. And usually
Me
D
too.
caves anyway, because
Well, how long
I'm
does
right.
our debate? How did the debate last? Cause I forget.
I don't got this live usually go for sometimes it go for 3 hours.
Yes.
So I can do an
Cause
hour and a
usually,
half for AEW versus WWE. If it go over that, it just go over.
cause
Boss
usually
just
you go
asked
live on Instagram at 7, and my time is 7, and then by the time you
Impact
end it's
versus
12
NXT.
o'clock.
Okay, so I'm confused. What you trying to say?
I was trying to see how long it is. That's the thing, because I live in
For
Texas.
the
It's
one
a
on
different time
YouTube.
zone.
For the one on
Um,
YouTube before the one on Instagram.
21 on Instagram.
I start at 8 and sometimes I don't end because people will be coming in and the debates might go longer than the time I set up. So I can't gauge human behavior. I can only go by what I expect to do, not what I will be able to do. Usually, if I do two debate topics in one night, one debate will last for an hour and a half to 2 hours. The other debate will be the same time frame. So if I start
Mm,
at 8, that means the debate for the first hour, for the first set, should end at 10, or rather, it may start between 10 and 11. I said the second debate would start at 11 to give myself a buffer so I can have time to recover and do what I need to do. More than likely, it'll be over by 10. I'll have a little bit of time in between, and then I'll start the next debate. And I probably will get done with the whole entire debate. Mm, I say maybe 12, 1 o'clock,
okay.
maybe.
Songstress asked,
Impact versus NXT.
NXT is a
I
good
don't
one.
like that.
she said, "Can
Mm,
somebody explain why the NXT version of certain superstars won't work on the main roster?"
Um, Most of the time, you're talking about superstars who are coming in and they're trying to create their characters, right? And when you look at NXT, they're not a main roster brand. Although they can be comparable to that, they still funnel their superstars from them to the main roster. It's rare that they people go back, but it does happen, okay? Sometimes it doesn't translate as well on the main roster because that is a bigger audience with a more of a mixed bag. NXT is a niche audience brand, as is AEW, if you want to know the truth. Many of the people who watch in the AEW are anti WWE, and because they're anti WWE, they purposely watch AEW.
Oh,
Okay.
this is
mm,
sickness.
So when you think
mm,
about superstars who are on the NXT roster, they're not translating well on the main roster. It could be any number of factors. It could be due to the fact that they're not booked properly. It could be due to their overbooking. It could be due to them not having a character and hence being in NXT is kind of reminiscent of an overly produced indie style show. A lot of times you don't have to have a character on the indies to be great. So it's more like going from indie brand wrestling to a TV show, a network TV show. You're gonna sit and be like, I don't know how to navigate this. It's a sink or swim situation, and you have to
mm-hmm.
be able to swim. Sasha wasn't that great when she got to the main roster on the microphone the first time. She fumbled when she was out there. We all heard it. Y'all talk about it all the time. But the girl was able to recover. It's either you understand how this works and you're able to be pushed forward or you don't. And you have guys like Cedric, guys like Ricochet, um,
Mm.
guys like Apollo, um,
Our truth.
You have to know
not our
basically.
truth, but it's just you if you don't have anything working for you, and even though you're talented, and all of those men I mentioned are very talented, acrobatic, high flying, ground and pound combo style wrestlers, they all lack something. And we've been saying it about them for a while. And that's not a dig. That's just you need to accept the criticism and create something different. Now Apollo was like, I can use a character that I haven't used in a while and bring it to the main roster, and that's what he did on SmackDown. But of course, because people aren't used to seeing Apollo this way, it's immediately shot down. which is another issue with being on the main roster and not being able to test out certain characters. It makes it difficult for you to be able to introduce something new when people are not receptive to it in the beginning. Once people start to turn their backs on a character, WWE pulls them immediately.
You know, because we
At
can
least
feel a
they do when they don't have
cornerstone.
any backing behind them or they don't care about them in that regard. They'll pull them and be like, hey, this isn't working. We got to do something else.
Keep
It's sad, but true.
Why they ain't
um
pull Corbin?
W Network.
Because they
I'm
believe
just
in
gonna let
Corbin for
Peacock.
whatever reason.
I don't know what the reason is. I want to be a fly on the wall for that conversation.
Oh, God.
For what?
Why they believe in Corbin? I don't think that's
Mm,
a good debate topic.
I
mm,
don't want to talk about that because we see how, why, what are we going to talk about with that we didn't see play out?
yeah.
One team fell flat. The other two
Mm.
was just there. It's no debate about that.
No, actually, I haven't done a debate on who's the better Shield member, but I have a feeling that Seth is going to win that debate.
Of
I
course.
I thought Roman was gonna win that debate.
What?
Not amongst
No.
the people he won't.
Not Roman. I don't think Roman's the better Shield member.
I'm gonna watch
That's
this
silly.
WrestleMania.
I don't think you can compare Impact to NXT.
Who's a
There's
better
like
GM?
there's I yeah, 'cause, there's no really comparison.
It depends on what criteria you would
Oh,
have to.
who's the better GM? I don't like that one.
I don't think you can compare a whole company like Impact to one piece of WWE. If you're going to compare Impact, then compare it as a whole to the whole company. Fair is fair.
Hmm. Yeah. Uh, yeah, they need to fix this. 'Cause I had to watch this whole pay per view for this one match.
I just know for me, as a person, I go through seasons. So I wouldn't want to see the same person on NXT be the same person as they are on the main roster.
I
Me
mean, I
neither.
get what they're saying. It's like, you want to be able to see what you saw or what attracted you to them on the main roster, and that's
Mhm.
okay. But at the same time, most of the time, y'all shit on it when it be in NXT. And then when they come to the main roster, you're like, oh, they're not like how they were in NXT.
Mm. That
But
I
y'all
see
didn't
that
want to
a
see
lot.
it in NXT either. So
I see that a lot. I
I
know
just
I can speak for myself. I stay true to what the fuck I be saying.
he do,
man.
Cause
unfortunately.
I said, tell I'm like I do not like Shayna with this belt. I'm like it goes on, it's going on too long, and then it's about oh she's gonna be against Becky. I'm like well I hope that bitch don't win, cause I don't want to see her with another title. She just had a title for almost a whole year. It's boring.
Hmm.
And then when she started doing things like what she's doing now, actually losing matches off of flukes and shit, it pleases me because I'm like, okay. It's not the same kind of shit we were seeing. I need you to change. I don't want to see the same thing over and over. We saw the same thing
Oh my god,
all of
5 hours?
2018, 2019. I don't want to see the same thing. It bores me to death. I get so bored and I would turn that shit off. Like when Seth had his match with Dean Ambrose, Nicole would drag me through the mud for this, but I fell asleep because it was too long.
Mm.
Excuse me?
Yes, I fell asleep during that
Seth
match.
Rollins versus Dean Ambrose?
Yes, I fell asleep for like the first 15 minutes. That match went
How
on
did you
forever
fall asleep?
because it was
That was
boring.
an entertain.
I
Wait,
Yeah,
cannot
which
towards
believe
the
you.
end,
I cannot believe you.
I fell asleep. I
why?
woke up and it was still on. I said, damn, y'all still going?
You are hateful as hell.
I don't even
Why?
remember what pay per view it was. I want to say Extreme Rules, but I think I may be lying.
Here's one or two.
If
Who is the
you
Or
better
TLC.
Wyatt, Bray Wyatt version?
if it was TLC, I understand why.
But it wasn't a TLC match. It was just that match was just not for me. But yeah, you just gotta change. You're never the same person overall, even in life. Your high school you wouldn't fit into college you. You just gotta
Oh,
evolve. Your shit
I
just
don't
gotta
think
mm,
change.
Shayna should be the same Shayna in NXT. And I
Right.
think sometimes when people come from the main roster, y'all have to let them adjust to being on the main roster. And y'all have to start because Charlotte and Sasha not the same as they were in NXT.
Exactly.
Not even close.
Becky's not the same. Neither
Bailey
is
and
Bailey.
Charlotte
But
ain't the
y'all
same.
didn't have no problems with the changes they made. It's unfair.
Cause it's just
Y'all don't
It's unfair.
trust.
You have to give them a chance to adjust so that they can put themselves in the best position on the main roster. You cannot have Shayna Baszler dominating the entire roster on Raw. It's going to be stifling, just like it was in NXT. It worked in NXT because it was a smaller brand, it's a smaller roster. You're going to expect more variety on the main roster. It will not work that way on the main roster. She's just blowing through all of the talent and there's no adversary for her. It just it doesn't make sense.
some people don't give the
Ooh,
superstars
we
the
could do
opportunity to
pay-per-view
evolve.
battles. I like that one.
SummerSlam or WrestleMania. Ooh, child, you walking a
SummerSlam,
dangerous
SummerSlam
WrestleMania.
or
line.
WrestleMania. Thank you, Enrique.
That's a dangerous
I
line you
might switch
crossing.
up some
That's
of
a
these topics so
that's
y'all
that's a
can't.
that's that's a dangerous path to go into.
I like that one. I might switch up some of these topics so y'all can't come at me with no facts.
I'm always prepared.
Can we switch at WWE and AEW for another time?
It can't be the
Why?
same. Some people.
Cause I gotta be prepared for that. Cause I'm probably gonna get my neck slashed off.
I'm not changing that. That's gonna happen this Thursday.
Watch
Okay,
the
looks
main
like I'm about to put
roster.
my research in then.
Won't know jack shit about NXT. That's true because when the Shield came up, I didn't know who the fuck they was.
And see,
It's
Yeah, cause
I
I
just
didn't
listened.
know who they were
Yeah,
either. I didn't watch NXT at that point.
it depends because
I
a lot of
listened
people
to
still don't watch
Renee's
NXT to this
podcast
day.
with CM Punk with it, and yeah, CM Punk started talking about it was supposed to be two other members of it was supposed to be him and two other members.
Yeah,
It was a lot of talks in the air
he
because
was supposed to be in the Shield before he left.
Big E said he's
He
supposed to
didn't
be in
like
the
the
new.
direction that it was going in, so he left. And they decided to continue on with the idea of the Shield with Dean Ambrose, with Roman, and with Seth Rollins. And it worked out in their favor, which to me, I would have preferred that because I don't think I would have been able to accept a militant version of CM Punk.
CM Punk, yeah, I wouldn't have liked that either.
I
Mm-mm.
would have checked out of that.
I like the asshole better.
They won't know whether to cheer
Mm-mm.
or make some noise.
Is he? I believe he's an asshole in real life to me. For
He
some
is.
reason,
He's from Chicago. He really is.
asshole. He was
Trust
an
I.
asshole on that podcast.
I wouldn't
He's,
say he's an asshole. It
I
is a
don't think it's that's.
certain.
I think he's just arrogant, and
It's a certain
sometimes
arrogance to him for real. It is,
he
but
just it just comes across that way. But he has that asshole mentality, and it can be very off putting for a lot of people.
all I gotta say is it's truly a Chicago thing for real.
I can believe it.
It truly. If you hear the way I talk about myself, yes, you be like, damn, what the fuck is wrong with him? No, it's truly a Chicago
It's
thing.
just Don. I just qualify it as that's just him.
It's a
Wait,
Chicago
Don's
thing.
from
And just
Chicago?
about every
Yes,
person that I've
sir.
come across that's from Chicago,
We all
they
talk the
all like
same.
that.
It's
So,
really an arrogance about us. Don't ask us what it is because we can't tell you. But it's
okay,
just how
baby.
you're supposed to feel about
Look,
yourself.
I really haven't met nobody from Chicago. Really.
Well, you're welcome. See, there you go, right
Huh?
there.
See what I'm saying?
There you go.
You see?
It just flies out. It's just the way it is.
I can't
Wow.
stand him, yo.
It's not even. It's not to be embarrassed
Wow.
about everything, but it's just the way it flies out.
You're
Peyton
so
versus Billy Kay.
stupid.
We don't want to talk about them.
If y'all bring
He
up Payne
believes
one
in his
more
own
time,
shit,
if y'all
which
bring up
anyone
Payne
should
this one more
believe in their
time, I'm
own
gonna get a
shit. But he
migraine.
just, well, CM Punk's biggest thing is like he just thinks because he's so popular, and then a Chicagoan will cheer for any and everybody that's from their town, they city, they going hard. Chicago is the worst place to go
Yeah,
if you are
because
not from there. And
they will kill you.
they happen to have a pay-per-view there, and there's nobody on the card from Chicago. Oh, the
Child,
CM Punk chants are loud.
they'll cheer for who they want to cheer for, but CM Punk will be going in the middle of any match.
Mm.
That's why they don't go there that much.
Nope. They stopped going there a while ago.
Because every time they
Oh,
go, it's CM Punk.
And I've noticed that they'll come to the Midwest and they'll come to Cleveland. They
yeah,
might go to
yeah.
Cincinnati.
Yeah, they loop around. They go to Cincinnati. They go to Cleveland. Then they go to
They go to
Indianapolis. They probably go.
Pittsburgh.
They probably go to Wisconsin. They probably go. They would really toss around,
Is there
or
any
they
They'll
Texas
probably
skip
folk
stop
in
at
this
right
Milwaukee.
over
comments?
Chicago,
Like
though.
Chicago is like really like, okay, let's just hit them up real quick.
Right.
But they won't really sit around. I
It's
wouldn't
like
sit around
it's
there either.
Punk's ways of the highway.
It's Punk's
I
way or the
wouldn't.
highway.
I wouldn't say that. He was just in his head at the time. Like it was just like he was like, well, y'all told me. He was really like, y'all told me one thing, and I was gonna stick. I thought we would stick to this one thing. Then y'all putting the plug on it, which he should have known better with the company he worked with, which I don't understand. Another thing
First of
that
all, they
pissed
didn't
me
want
off.
to book him in the first place. And then when he got popping, he started making demands about getting the same merch that John Cena was getting and Randy Orton was getting. And to his credit, I had to agree with him.
Yeah, he
He
should have
was he
at that
was the
point.
bigger star at the time, and WWE did not have the same smoke for him that they had for Cena and for Randy and Triple H and
Yeah,
Edge and everybody else. So when it came time for him to be able to make his demands, I didn't blame him for that. I was like, he damn sure should have asked for all of that because he was giving back triple what he was worth. Fans were watching. He was out there cutting promos and just cutting niggas down. And that shit was
yeah,
always off the dome. And it never occurred to me until after he left that they were improvising in those promos against each other, especially him and Cena.
yeah.
Um
Him and
and they
Cena.
had a little bit more leeway because John was, involved, but
Yeah. One
he
thing
was
I will
not it,
say is that CM Punk never really talked trash on people he worked with, besides Ryback, because Ryback was a piece of shit. But
Right.
he really never would like talk down like, oh,
Ryback's a
John
whole
Cena
different
is just
topic.
shitty. So I
yeah,
will
I've
say
never
that.
heard him say anything bad about John Cena or anybody in the company specific unless
Outside
he
of
really hated them.
outside of Vince and Triple H, but even then with that, it was still like fuck them for real.
Yeah. It's usually WWE and Vince McMahon specifically where his venom is geared,
Hmm.
but I don't really hear him say anything bad about people he worked with, which leads me to believe his issue was never the people in the back. The issue was the higher ups in the company.
Yeah,
But CM Punk wasn't exactly an angel to work with. He was very difficult, which also lends to
Most
part of the reason
superstars
why
are.
people didn't want to give him what he wanted. Am I gonna watch the final season of Pose?
maybe I didn't watch the first episode.
Probably not.
I,
I mean,
I
it's not because I
I'll
don't
put
think it's a good
down
show.
I'll put
I
down
heard it
my
was a good
watch
show.
list. I ain't even looked at it yet.
I'll get into it at some point. It's on Netflix.
I'll
It
probably
is.
get into it tonight. I haven't touched it at all. I'll put it on my
Yeah.
watch list. I haven't seen
So it's
anything.
a good show if you want to, be a little bit more educated on the trans life and what some of them had to go through and
Hmm.
what some of them did to survive. You wouldn't be
Good.
surprised, but it's intense if that's not something you used to.
I mean,
Punk is firing.
I
Like, oh yes.
it's from
Who's?
Fox. Like Pose is
Oh,
from Fox, right?
I
If
think
you ask
so.
me who's better on the microphone, I would have to say Alexa Bliss is.
Yeah, I have to go Alexa.
I
Cause
can use
Well,
that as a
Charlotte,
debate topic. That's a good
Charlotte
one.
always say the same thing. It depends on who she's
topic
talking. Cause
who's
Charlotte can read, but she don't read a bitch for filth.
Nah, but Bliss will tear you down and she do it with a smile on her face. That'll
And
make
she
you want to
do it
slap the
slick.
dog shit out of her.
Like
that's
when
it.
she was
I
talking to
I don't
Sasha,
know
she said, "I
why,
did take
but
your
that is
title, but
exactly what Corey would say. That was exactly what Corey Grace would say. Honestly,
What?
ooh, I have to go Alexa on that one."
I'm
yeah,
going Bliss.
Alexa can talk her shit with a smile.
I'll slap the dog shit out of Bliss if I was on TV and she said some of the shit she be saying to people. I'd be like, little bitch, I'll beat your ass the fuck. We supposed to be in character. No, fuck this character, ho. Don't talk to me like that. I'll whoop your
Especially
ass.
what she did with Nia Jax. I believe that was uncool.
What? When she was calling her
With
fat?
Mm.
I believe that was uncalled for.
I mean,
Like
All
it
she
Tisha
had to
was
do was
said,
whoop her ass.
I was.
that was very last minute, thanks to Enzo.
It was gonna be even worse because Enzo was supposed to be in on the gag about them using him to distract her, and that's even worse. That's ugh, ugh.
I think
I'd have
Enzo
been
and Nia
pissed.
Jax are a cute couple.
I'd have kissed his. I'd have kicked his ass first.
It'd been more pleasurable to see her swinging Enzo like she did Mickey.
Oh God,
Mm,
that
No, but
actually would have
Nia,
been dope.
I
Yeah, I
like
would have
Nia.
enjoyed
I
that.
like Nia Jax's face.
I don't. That was very boring.
But
I
then
mean,
they was able
she
see that, and that's see Don. That makes me believe they were able to recover that story, but they
Yeah,
couldn't fix.
it was. It'd be choosy because there's a
See,
lot
that
of
ain't
shit
right.
that they be, oh, we just don't know. You could recover that, quick, fast, in a hurry.
And that was
But
on the spot though.
yeah, but you
Because they
couldn't
pulled Enzo right
find
from that story, just slid Mickey James in there. It was like, this is what we can do. Nobody will know the wiser. And I didn't. I didn't know nothing.
right. You wouldn't even
she
see it.
flat she flat Mickey at WrestleMania like a
Like
pancake.
they really do pick and choose. Cause you had the
But
iconic sitting in the back for 100 days.
I don't
That's
want to do
crazy.
that either. I don't.
I did see
Because
I
everybody
thought
gonna want you to
I
pick
thought
Naomi. If you don't pick Naomi, then you somehow hate Naomi, and I
man
don't be.
fucking mm, uh, I don't know. Hmm.
Who
Naomi
had
one of
the
my
better
favorite
character?
superstars, but I'm not gonna get in the debate.
Okay,
I'm gonna
y'all
be in
gonna
the
make me
comment.
do something ignorant. Like I'll do Charlotte versus Naomi in a minute.
Oh, that'd be a good one.
Oh, I'll put
Motherfucker be
Naomi in it.
spitting venom.
Ooh, that'd be
Yeah,
a
that's
good
a
one. That'd get heated.
Or I'll do Charlotte versus Nikki Bella.
don't do that now. Please don't.
Ah!
I, you already know who I'm on. We already had that talk, Enrique. Silly ass, you
You
missed
was
it.
there. You
No, he missed it. He came
We
in late.
had that talk. No, we had that talk yesterday.
He came in
Not
after
that
the
talk.
debate. Like he was
he
after.
wasn't in
You
that
see,
part of the debate.
No, he came in
they
live.
gonna
Like he
just
came in
no.
live like the last 20 minutes when he's about to go.
What?
Yeah, he missed everything.
You better go back and watch it.
Then we had that talk
Who
though.
who missed
I'm
everything?
finna go to bed, y'all. I'm at
Mm,
2 hours and 32 minutes.
no, no. I'm just
I'm
gonna
finna
say
go to
if you're gonna
bed.
do this Charlotte, if you're gonna do Charlotte versus Nikki, Bella's army is gonna run away in a quick second when it's time to call.
Oh, child. No, we're gonna do 3 debates. I'll do 4 debates next week. We're gonna do what did I pick? I picked Nexus versus Undisputed Era. And I knew I was gonna forget. And I wrote it down. And I still don't know which one I picked.
AEW versus WWE.
Which that's
That's on
gonna be
YouTube.
on YouTube over here.
Let's see. You
Okay.
typed it in here.
Yeah, it's
Let me
somewhere.
go back.
Let me go find it.
Nexus
You
versus Undisputed
said
Era, AEW versus WWE,
they
Sasha
said
versus Charlotte.
yeah.
Now I might
Oh
change that.
Jesus. Oh Jesus. It's a war zone.
So we're gonna do Sasha versus Charlotte, and then I'll pick a male superstar to go up against for the next couple of hours. I'll do Sasha
I mean,
versus Charlotte,
they
and
they did say
then
CM Punk versus Seth Rollins.
Oh, I love CM Punk, but I'd have to say Seth.
CM Punk
I
versus
got.
Seth Rollins. That's
I mean,
actually
that's
not a bad comparison.
They do similar, but I'd give Seth Rollins
oh
just
Shayna
about a
versus
half
Give
a
Asuka.
him
Who had
that
the
point.
better
edge
time?
for his creativity. I like
Yeah,
Seth Rollins. I would pick Seth Rollins over CM Punk
I
because he just
love me
had a
Seth.
better. I can explain
It
it.
depends, cause
Yeah,
cause that match he had with Rock, that's one of my marquee matches.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
spit on
Here's
that
another.
man forehead.
They keep on putting these in the chat. Shayna versus Asuka, who had a better NXT
Oh, it was the
win
who was the
titles?
craziest bitch. That's what it was.
That was what it
Yeah,
was.
it was Mickey, Victoria, AJ. AJ wasn't really that crazy.
Shayna
Yeah,
versus
she
Asuka.
was.
AJ.
Not to
You talking
me.
about AJ who pushed over the ladder? Who was wearing everybody clothes each and every week? Who dressed as
Yeah,
Man,
man.
Kane?
And she
I
did that
seen
shit to Kaylin. That
I see
catfish shit she did to Kaylin. That's some crazy shit.
I see some crazy. That ain't crazy to me.
She was crazy.
Yeah, she was.
She did some sick
I ain't
shit.
never seen nobody skip until her and Bianca came down there. And when she skipped, I was
Her skip, I was like, ooh, because when I saw her, when I heard that,
like, this bitch
I was like,
skipping.
oh, it's about to be some bullshit.
those skips. That's a psychopath skips right there.
Okay, so I'm gonna save some of these superstar, battle debates for some another day. But what we gonna do Tuesday is Sasha versus Charlotte and CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. Thursday, I'm gonna do AEW versus WWE, and I'll pick a random one,
Oh, you
a
said
second one for
NXT. You
Thursday.
also said NXT versus NXT UK.
No, those were the ones that I wrote down, but I didn't pick it
Oh,
to have a
okay,
battle with yet.
okay,
Eventually.
okay.
So I'm gonna go.
Well,
Y'all be
this was fun.
easy. I
Mm,
will
Because this is my
see
first
y'all
time actually
Tuesday.
being this long in live. So
congratulations, Tiff. Get to the group chat, girl. Spill the tea. I need to hear it.
A mess. I gotta go. Y'all hold it down. I'll talk to y'all later.
Bye.